brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Cody, 3-1. We talked this morning. It's been 2 weeks off, and after that nice run in December, it would have been nice to play a little more after that. But you had about a week off, and then we got right back to work, and here finally ready to go again.
Yeah, it never seems like the schedule always works how you want it as a coach, right? When you need time off, you're playing all the time, and when you want to keep playing, you have time off. So, I guess one of the cliches, you're never happy as a coach, no matter what the schedule looks like. So, that's what we were dealt. That's what we're gonna, that's how we're gonna show up today and play. And like you said, we've had 2 weeks off. We've had 6 practices. Some of them they were really good to start. You can tell now that we're tired of practicing against each other again. So it'll be good to just get out here and play, kind of like that first game of the season. Now we're in the second part of the season, and it's the first game. So it's going to get busy here from, after a couple weeks here, we get a little time, but it's going to get really busy here in January, as you always relate to. So, hopefully we can keep building on what we saw in December, and just keep stacking good days on top of good days. And, we're a very formidable team against Sioux Falls, Washington today. So we're going to have to play our very best to walk out of here with a win.
I'm just going to say stiff test here to come out of the holiday break. Washington, year in and year out, is always a contender in Double-A. They started off this year 5-0. I think Coach Perry said he had 3 starters graduate, but they have the other 2 back, plus 2-3 girls that played varsity minutes. So plenty of experience on the Warrior team.
Yeah, they're not lacking experience, and then with what they're lacking in experience, they make up for in height. So we talked this morning. They're all going to be 6 foot or close to 6 foot to start, and we'll roll out 1 6-footer. So we're going to be undersized, which is nothing new for a Huron Tiger girls basketball team. But we do a really good job. I think we play bigger than we do. We've averaged 14 offensive rebounds the first 4 games of the season. And that's just hustle and that's just effort. That's nothing else. You don't teach that. You just got to keep working hard. Miss a shot, don't give up on it, type of thing. So we know we have our work cut out for us today. We look to get up and down the floor a little faster, maybe get outside. We talked about it after the Stevens game. We were 0-9 for 3. We're going to need to make some threes today to win a basketball game and hopefully shoot a few more than 9 as well. So a little different game plan as opposed to our last game against Stevens, but our girls have shown that they can make adjustments and play different styles of basketball.
Cody Kaufman, head coach of the Tiger girls. Again, Coach Kaufman, brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. This is Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Located at 56 3rd Street Southeast in Huron. Featuring a full menu. Check out their website at scoreboardhuron.com.
There we go with Coach Tobin in 3, 2, and 1.
You can watch all the exciting action on one of their many big screen TVs. Scoreboard also has a sideline bakery room for your next event. Call 352-7580. Have a good time with old friends at the Scoreboard Bar and Grill. Now, go get them, Tigers.
Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ofer and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
Inheritance, romance, and investment scams continue to plague South Dakotans with high dollar amount losses. They prey on vulnerable adults and swindle consumers out of their funds. Scammers befriend the victim, making it difficult for them to see the reality of what's happening. If you have a loved one susceptible to this type of scam, sit down and talk with them about these issues before it happens to them. If you or a loved one have been scammed in this manner, please reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
We're minutes away from play-by-play. Let's meet the Huron Tigers.
Haley Rogers, number 5, senior. Reagan Bishop, number 10, sophomore. Jesslyn Noyes, number 12, junior. Addie Knight, 14, junior. Allie Davis, number 20, senior. Hilton Hines, number 22, senior. Abigail Harrington, number 23, junior. Ramsey Roselle, number 30, freshman. Lily Hofer, number 32, 8th grade. Spencer Gergen, number 33, senior. Lennon Caudell, number 34, sophomore. Chloe Carr, number 40, senior. Taylor Slide, number 42, freshman. Claire Davis, number 44, sophomore. Isabel Kramer, number 45, junior.
Oakley Anderson, number 10, senior. Josh Gilbert, number 12, freshman.
James Schultz, 14, junior.
Alex Elwine, 20, sophomore.
Nolan Staley, 22, senior.
Mason Jurgens, number 23, senior. Chase Schuart, number 24, junior. Blake Elwine, number 30, senior. Anderson Porsche, number 32, junior.
Ty Kleinsofther, junior, number 34. Davis Chase, 40, junior.
Tommy Martin, 42, senior.
Bryson North, 44, junior.
Carter Force, 50, freshman.
Neil Solomon, number 52, freshman.
Reagan Dirksen, 54, junior.
Malcolm Williams, 52, freshman.
Here's two-time South Dakota Sportscaster of the Year and the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena on this Saturday afternoon, the first Saturday in 2026, and it's a lot of black and orange in the building today. That's the primary colors for both schools, Sioux Falls, Washington, and the Huron Tigers. Girls game now and the boys game to follow as well. We start the month of January for myself, always the busiest month of the play-by-play season, that's for sure, and we lead it off with a doubleheader here on this Saturday afternoon. Let's do a Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Girls JV Huron edged Washington 40-38. In the girls sophomore game, it was Huron 43, Washington 32. Some other area games that were actually played this morning. There's a classic going on in DeSmet. In Madison. DeSmet boys defeated Wynot, Nebraska, 71-59, and Miller picked up a pair of wins over Bonham. The boys game, Miller 55, Bonham 25, and in the girls game, Miller 41 and Bonham 24. That's your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. And actually getting started on time today. That doesn't happen very often in these doubleheader situations, but a little difference here where since we're on a Saturday, they actually gave the lower levels an hour and a half in between, where when it's a doubleheader on a weeknight, Tuesday through Friday, they go an hour and 15 minutes in between and hope for the best. And of course, that doesn't happen very often. So we are going to be tipped off on time here tonight, as the Tigers and the Warriors will battle girls again, followed by the boys. Sioux Falls, Washington at 5-0, and Huron at 3-1. Huron, though, has been off for 2 weeks over the holidays. Washington played Monday and Tuesday at the Pentagon in the President's Bowl, defeating Jefferson and also Roosevelt. And they're doing the fanfare lineups here tonight. And, well, we found a little way to put a laser script Huron Tigers up on the ceiling, and that's scrolling through as well. So pretty cool to watch how this whole thing is going on. I think we're going to have the anthem first, then follow that up with the lineups. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, return here to the arena. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
The Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
ProClean Plus offers epoxy floor cleaning for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at ProClean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East, or check out their website at procleanplus.net. ProClean Plus is a proud sponsor of Huron Tiger Sports.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena, getting set for high school basketball. It's 2 o'clock, and this is KIJV AM/FM in Huron. I'm Jeff Duffy with a doubleheader here on Tigers Sioux Falls Washington Warriors this afternoon. Here's the starters for our girls' game. Sioux Falls Washington head coach Jamie Parrish. They're 5-0, and they're ranked number 3 in the latest media poll in AA. Layla Bertay is a 6-foot sophomore. Josie Beitler, a 5'10 sophomore. Rylan Kennett is a 5'10 senior. Dana Harp is a 6-foot senior. And Jersey Peterson, a 6'1 sophomore. Huron Tigers head coach is Cody Kaufman with a record of 3-1. Huron will start Addie Knight, 5'9 junior. Allie Davis, a 5'8 senior. Hilton Hines, a 5'8 senior. Abigail Harrington, a 5'9 junior. And Chloe Carr is a 6-foot senior. Note there on Hilton Hines, she did reveal during the break that she is committed to play women's basketball at Dakota State University starting next fall. Join her older sister Hampton with the Trojans. Good to see Hilton will have a chance to play at the next level, as she certainly has the capabilities to do so, and wish her best of luck. But hey, we still got a couple of months of Huron Tiger basketball to work around here first. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office Consumer Affairs Division. Calling our girls game today, Thomas Hoagland, Jason Seitz, and Kim Zimmerman. They are the law on the court, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office Consumer Affairs Division. So there we go. Those are the formalities, and we're ready to tip off here on Tiger girls basketball on this Saturday afternoon at the arena. Again, everybody's in black and orange today. Huron wearing their home whites with orange numbers and letters, orange and black trim. Sioux Falls, Washington, all in black with orange numbers and letters and orange and white trim. Jumping will be Layla Bertay and Chloe Carr. Bertay looks taller than the 6 foot she's listed. I'll say that right after bat, but 3 sophomores in the starting lineup. The tip controlled back to Sioux Falls, Washington. And Beitler will get them into the offense. Go left side, Bertay. Now Beitler drifts off the left side. Step back, 17-footer is good and quickly. On the board, Beitler with the bucket, and it's 2-0 Washington. Washington picks Huron up at half court. Flick it up ahead. Hilton Hines. Hilton drives in the paint. Tried to go back door to Carr and threw the pass off her foot. Turnover, gets the ball back up ahead. Swing the pass inside Bertay. She goes underneath on the opposite side. Shot up no good. Bertay gets her own rebound. Then a jump ball going to come out of that. And Huron will get the ball on the possession arrow. So very quickly, a couple times up and down here on a turnover early on, and it's a 2-0 lead. Now this time Washington does show some full court pressure. Looks like a 3-2 trap. Pass across, Hilton Hines still in the backcourt. She'll get across the timeline. Matchup zone is what they like to play, and it's basically a cross between man and zone is what it amounts to. Knight on the left wing goes high post Harrington. Harrington drifts off right. Now in trouble, kick out, and overthrew the kick out on the opposite side to Allie Davis, and Huron turns the ball over again to Sioux Falls, Washington. Huron shows some pressure of their own here early on as we played a minute here of the first quarter. Harp will dribble through traffic, get the ball up ahead. Beitler, feed in the corner, open three in the corner is good. Rylan Bennett, senior, gives Washington an early 5-0 lead. They've hit 2 of their first 3 shots. Allie Davis still in the backcourt, up ahead. Harrington, flick right side to Hilton Hines. Hines back up top. Davis at the key. Goes high post. Harrington, back step, double teamed. Gives to Knight. Addy for 3. Banked up, no good. Rebound and fighting out there to get the ball was Berthe. And Harp into the front court. She's on the drive. Spin move in traffic. Attacks the basket. Counted. She's fouled. And boy, Washington is clicking on all cylinders here to start off the game as they're already up 7-0. And a free throw pending here for Beitler. Harrington with the foul. That'll be her first. Free throw is up and good. That's actually Harp with the free throw, excuse me. She has 3 and already an 8-0 lead. Washington, less than 2 minutes gone. There's a reach, a foul going to go on Dana Harp as she tried to take the ball away from Hines. And Huron will inbound in the backcourt. And Coach Coffin said this morning, really what Washington does defensively is a matchup zone where sometimes they're man, sometimes they're zone, sometimes it's a combination of both. Right now it looks like almost straight man. Pass in the corner, Davis for 3, in and out. And the rebound underneath for Berthe as Huron misses their second shot. Berthe in the front court, wings it underneath, threw it away, steal by Davis. Davis lobs up ahead, Hines overthrown, Hines saves it in, but out of bounds. Huron another turnover, and that's 3 early turnovers on the Huron Tigers. Washington will get the ball back. Huron subs in for the first time. Jency Gergen, senior, on the floor for the Tigers as Harrington leaves. Ball knocked away by Knight as she's applying the pressure on Harp. Huron showing some pressure again in the backcourt. This time they lob it in back to Beitler. Now in the middle, spin move, Harp weaves through traffic down the middle of the floor, goes into traffic, no good. Foul going to go on Huron on the ground. But boy, Washington is being very aggressive. They're going hard at the basket. Trying to see who that foul is on as the official is looking back. Jency Gergen with the foul. That'll be her first. Second team on Huron. 5:38 to go. Inbounds Berthe at the block. In tied up by Gergen. Jump ball as Jency Gergen stuck her hands in there. She's not afraid to do the dirty work off the bench for the Tigers. And possession will keep it with Washington. But again, nice defensive play there by Gergen. Pass in the corner, Beitler, get it up top. Open 3 is off the mark, no good. Rebound Berthe, and she'll get the putback off the miss by Kennett. Layla Berthe gives Washington a 10-0 lead here early on. 5:20 to go, first quarter. Hines into the paint, stops. Goes with the Euro step, had the ball knocked away, will stay with Huron. Tigers will run the out-of-bounds play on the baseline below me to my right. 5:11 to go, first quarter. 10-0, Washington off quickly. Inbounds right in the middle, Hines shot blocked by Berthe, and back comes Washington on the move. Harp all the way in, missed the layup, ball slapped out. Good hustle back defensively by Knight, and the ball knocked out, last touched by the Washington Warriors. Huron's got to find something to stick on offense right now as Washington just has Huron completely off balance, both offensively and defensively. Davis in the front court, Harp on her. Up top, Knight. Knight wants somebody over on the left wing, now gives it back up to Davis, off on the right side. Knight back up top. Gergen fine left side in the corner. Hines for 3, too strong. Long rebound comes out to Davis. Huron 0 for 4 from the field. Hines at the free throw line, back door, gets it to Clark for the layup. Nice pass. Hines to Carr, and Huron on the board. It's 10-2 Washington. Huron pressing in the backcourt. Berthe gets the ball up ahead. Beitler crosses the timeline. Beitler into the front court. Baseline, short jumper is good for Kennett. The lefty has 5. 10-point lead again at 12-2 Washington as we near the middle point. First quarter, Knight hooks the pass up ahead. Gergen for 3, way off the mark. Huron rushing on offense. Back down the floor in transition. Washington slows it up. They'll go inside, low post. Little turnaround shot is good for Jersey Peterson. All 5 starters have scored for Washington. They lead 14-2. 3:55 to go in the first quarter. Timeout on the floor. We'll take a timeout of 30 on Dakota Sports.
We know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Carr Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Back at the Huron Arena, I'm Jeff Duffy. Fast start for Washington in the girls' game here. They're up 14-2 and an early timeout taken by the Huron Tigers as Huron just off balance both ends of the floor right now. Knight at the top of the key. Right side in the corner. Davis wants 3 in the corner. Back of the rim, no good. One shot and out. Rebound. Beitler gets it to Harp going down the floor. Harp up to the hoop, no good. And the rebound, a foul going to go on Huron, tipping it away from Beitler. Fouls on Chloe Carr, her first and the third team on the Huron Tigers. Haley Rogers in for the first time, senior for Huron. And Harrington is back in for the Tigers as well. Washington inbounds. They'll go right underneath the Peterson. Squares up, kicks back out. Kennett. Cross court, left side. Beitler on the drive. Scoop shot for 2. Went right by Hines. Blasted in there for 2. 16-2. Washington up 14. 3:15 to go first quarter. Lob into the high post. Harrington tries to split a double team. Draws contact. That's what you got to do. Go at them. Make them play defense. Foul will be on Sioux Falls, Washington, with 2 free throws for Harrington. Free throw is good for Harrington. Foul was on Lauren Kennett, a 9th grader in for the first time. In fact, I believe this is her first varsity appearance, as Coach Perry said. Yeah, and they just gave her the varsity jersey at the beginning of the week. Ball tipped around, second free throw no good, and a foul on Chloe Carr trying to tie up the rebounder, and that's a quick 2 fouls on Chloe Carr, and here, of course, she's the tallest player on the Huron roster, and she'll have to take a seat after picking up 2 early fouls. And Washington in control here, up 16-3. Into the game for Washington, Emerson Robertson. Drive by Harp on the baseline, goes with the Euro step, blocked by Harrington. Ball kicked out, and Washington can't quite save it. Nice defensive play that time by Harrington. And Huron will get the ball back inside of 3 minutes to go first quarter, but it's been a tough start for Huron. Down 16-3. Pass in the middle, Knight. She'll drive into the paint, go with the scoop, blocked away, and a foul going to go on Berthe. And Huron maybe caught a break there. It looked like pretty good defensive positioning by Berthe. We'll make sure it is on her. It is on her first, second team, and Addison Knight at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. 16-4 Washington. Second shot is good. Knight hits them both. 16-5, the lead 11 for Washington. 2:45 to go first quarter. Washington the offense. Robertson, Berthe in the corner. Robertson again up top. Feed it inside, low post. Harp goes around Harrington. I think Harrington got a hand on it again, then knocks the ball out to Hines, and a foul going to go on Berthe. We've seen some good defensive positioning. Abby Harrington's made a couple of nice defensive plays here in the early going. And a quick second foul on Layla Berthe, third team on Washington. So each team has a starter with 2 here in the first quarter as we hit 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Allie Davis flips to Knight. Bounce pass, Hilton Hines. Boy, had to look at the three. Now kicks out. Allie Davis will pop a three. No good. Offensive rebound, Harrington. Kicks it back out to Hines. Hines into the paint, pulls up from the free throw line. Too strong. Rebound for Washington. Harp into the front court as we near 2 minutes to go, first quarter. Huron dropping off in that 2-3 zone. Peterson up top. Peterson looks left. Open three in the corner. Robertson's too strong. Rebound slapped out, and Rogers will control for Huron. Pass down the floor. Hines, she's got a 2-on-2. She'll go up with the left hand. High off the glass. No good. Rebound Robertson, or Harp, excuse me. Harp will push up the floor. In the corner, open three. Kennett is good. Rylan Kennett has 8 points here in the first quarter. 3 of 4 shooting, and Washington up by 14, 19-5 first quarter. Ball slapped away, and last touch by Huron. Didn't see what happened. Hines was kind of handcuffed up there by Kennett and lost the ball out of bounds, and it'll be Washington ball. Minute 28 to go, first quarter, 19-5. Washington in control here early. Robertson left wing. Beitler, now Robertson again against the Huron zone. They'll go low post, kick back out. Low post inside to Peterson. Peterson looked like she took an extra step in there. Turn, shoots, and there they do call the travel. They finally did call it, but I thought it could have came about a couple seconds before that, but it is a turnover. Huron gets the ball back with 1:08 to go in the first quarter. Washington up 19-5. Hines will bring the ball up, being met out there by Beitler. Gergen on the left wing. Comes back up top. Rogers right side. Now Davis, top of the key. High post, it's Hines. Hines will take the 14-footer. Gets the shooter's roll. Hilton Hines, her first bucket, 19-7. 48 seconds to go. Down floor, they get it inside to Peterson, who kind of pump fake and then lost it as it was knocked away by Gergen from behind. Peterson had to jump high to catch that pass and allowed Huron to set up the defense. Knight back in, replacing Harrington with 45 seconds to go. First quarter, 19-7. Sioux Falls, Washington. Inbounds comes all the way up top to Kennett. Both Kennett sisters are out there right now. Right side, Beitler wants three, no good. Rebound tipped out and going to be controlled by Washington. Drive to the hoop, and Beitler split a double team and takes it in for the layup. 21-7, the lead 14 here late first quarter for Washington. Hilton Hines down the lane, left-handed scoop, too strong as she had to go around Peterson. Rebound Washington into the front court. Beitler, nice crossover all the way to the hoop for two on the reverse. And Washington just clicking on all cylinders. 23-7, 3 seconds to go. Hines shot, no good. And the long shot at the buzzer, no good, but it's all Washington after one. Washington 23, Huron 7. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Great teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. All Washington after one quarter as they lead Huron 23-7. Shooting in the first quarter at Washington 10 of 18 and Huron 2 of 13. Huron possession to start the second quarter. Harrington on the right wing. Tries to drive, steps, back up top, swing it left side to Davis. Alley into the paint against the taller players. Might have been partially blocked, no good. Rebound. Coming out with it is Beitler for Washington. Top of the key. And start the second quarter, go baseline Peterson. And then lost the ball. It's going to be picked up by Carr, who's back into the game. Also starting the second quarter for Huron, Jesselyn Noyes Jr. Just trying to find a spark wherever we can get it. Low post inside, Jayla Shy gets the feed from Carr. We go a little high-low. Didn't even see Schley started the second quarter. She got on the baseline. Carr spotted her. 3 for Beitler, no good. Rebound offensive by Peterson. Shoots over Carr, no good. Third try, Harp, no good. And coming out with the rebound is Schley. So 3 chances there did not go for Washington. Down the floor, and Noyes tried to catch up the ball and knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Washington will remain here on ball. Good hustle by Noyes to catch up to that long pass. Saved it in, and it ended up being last touched by Washington. Now we have a late sub coming in for Washington as Kinnett comes in, the younger Kinnett, Lauren, the freshman. Noyes will run the out-of-bounds play, baseline. Below me, Hines on the left wing. Inside, high post Carr, flick back to Harrington. Harrington whips it cross court to Noyes. Long 3 for Noyes, no good. Huron hasn't been able to connect from outside. Rebound by Washington. Harp on the move into the front court. Then the right wing stops at the free throw line. Open 3, Kinnett is good. Rylan Kinnett. She has 11 points, 3 threes, 4 of 5 shooting from the field. 26-9. Washington. Schley at the high post. Has to come back up top. Noyes resets the offense. Left side, Harrington. Harrington goes into the paint and is fouled going to the hoop. And a pair of free throws coming up for Abby Harrington. Harrington 1 point, 1 of 2 free throw shooting. Fouls on Harp. That is her second. Free throw in and out, went all the way down and popped out on Harrington. That's kind of the way the first half has went for the Huron Tigers. 6:16 to go in the first half, 26-9 Washington. One more shot for Harrington is good, 1 out of 2. 26-10 Washington with 6:15 to go first half. Beitler comes up in the front court. Robertson, low post, that's inside Kinnett, her shot up, no good. Lauren Kinnett with the shot, rebound underneath for Harrington. Harrington double teamed in the backcourt, needs some help, lobs it, ball tipped away, but right to Hines. Hilton, bounce pass underneath, they find Schley again, count it, she's fouled. Huron broke the press, then they had numbers and a nice bounce pass. Sometimes something of a lost start, a bounce pass from Hines to Schley for the layup underneath, and the Huron ninth grader, Jayla Shy, with a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play. Foul on Robertson was her first and the second team on Washington. Jayla Shy off the bench with a pair of buckets here in the first quarter. Free throw is no good. Robertson has the rebound. Washington up by 14 with the ball early second quarter. Beitler at the top of the key. Go inside, low post. Up top, 3, Kinnett. There she is again. Finally missed one. Rebound, and Peterson ties up with Harrington. And boy, is Huron furious on that. Peterson was straight over Harrington. And you can hear it was not a call that was appreciated by the Huron Tigers. Inbounds for Washington. Kick in the corner. There's Kinnett, another 3. Again, no good. This time Schley steps in for the rebound. Washington a little cold from the field. I have them 1 of 7 from the field. 3 for Harrington, no good. Rebound Schley again, and her put back for 2. Jayla Schley with 6 points off the bench here to start the second quarter. Huron back within a dozen. 26-14, 5:15 to go in the first half. Washington flicks over to the right side, Kinnett. Lauren, her shot a little too strong. Rebound, and they call foul on Schley. And I defy you to tell me what was different between that and Jersey Peterson the last time down the floor. Foul on Schley is her first and the first team on the Huron Tigers. Knight going to come in for Harrington as Washington will run the out-of-bounds play on the baseline far into the floor from me. Looking inbounds, come all the way out to Robertson, low post Peterson, kick back out. In the corner, Beitler wants to drive. Back door, trying to force it in, knocked away by Knight and picked up by Schley. Knight will dribble into the front court, still on the dribble. Tries to go back door to Davis. Alley will go into the paint, double team, kick out, long three for Hines is off the mark. Rebound, Schley had her hand on it briefly, could not corral it in. Rebound for Peterson. Ball, thrown away, picked up by Knight. She's going the other way down the floor and going in and gets clobbered underneath the basket. Knight got bowled over by Beitler, and 2 shots coming up for Knight. Washington complaining because Knight did give a little shove to a defender on her way down the floor, but again, after what they got away with on that rebound by Jersey Peterson, they should not be ever complaining. Timeout Washington with 4:31 to go in the first half, 26-14. Timeout 30 on Dakota Sports.
To sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screening, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
4.5 minutes to go, first half. That was a 30 by Washington. Each team has used a 30-second timeout, and we'll have free throws for Addison Knight off the timeout. First free throw is good. Addie 3 points, all from the free throw line. Huron pulls within 11. Huron has now outscored Washington 8-3 to start the second quarter. Second free throw, good boy. Addie brings down Raid with that high arcing free throw, and Huron back within 10, 26-16. Baseline, it goes to Peterson, squares up, goes back door, stolen away by Davis. Huron making some defensive plays with that zone in the front court. Hines into the paint, 10-footer in traffic, no good. And Hilton getting some great looks, can't get him to go on the rebound. A foul going to go, I believe, on Knight. Those are shots that Hilton was going to make more often than not, but just a little too strong off the back of the rim. Foul on Knight is her first. 2 team fouls on Huron, 3 on Washington as we get to the middle point of the second quarter. Washington works the perimeter. Ball deflected, stolen by Davis. Davis on the breakaway down the floor, goes in for the layup. Allie Davis with the defensive play. Huron has it cut to single digits at 26-18, 3:48 to go here in the first half. Washington Peterson deep in the corner, brings it up top. Ball deflected again. We're battle for it, and it's going to be Washington ball. That was a 50-50 who last touched it, but Allie Davis again got a deflection, nearly got another steal. Gergen in, Schley out. Schley gave us some good minutes there in the second quarter. 26-18, Huron back within 8, 3:35 to go, and there's Davis again going for the steal on the floor. Gergen covers it, and how did we not come out with a jump ball? We come out with a foul. How do we not come out with a jump ball on not get a jump ball on that scrum? Is going to be a foul on Huron. Allie Davis picks up the foul, her first. We're at 3 team fouls apiece. Washington, I think, gets a break there again as they're in the offense. Beitler. I am wearing black and orange, but so is Washington. In the corner, there's the flip, low post to Harp, goes right around Carr, banks it in for 2. Been a while since Washington had scored. Harp has 5. 28-18, the lead back at 10. High post, Hilton, free throw line, Hines off glass, no good, kind of rushed it. Offensive rebound, Carr, open 3 at the key, Davis, that's off. And the rebound for Barté underneath for Washington. In the corner, ball fake. Drive into the paint, through the double team, shot blocked by Carr. Barté with the rebound, and she is blocked as well. Washington's turn to complain, but And also, they're going to say even off of Washington, that even works out better for Huron. It'll be Huron Tiger ball. 28-18 Washington, 2:47 to go in the first half. And a lot of up and down action here. Davis will take over the point guard duties for Huron. It's like almost pretty much a straight man here by Washington. Gergen pops up top at the key. Looks right to Davis. Davis looking underneath, or excuse me, Knight. Now Gergen again. Gergen dribbles off to the left. Is Hines at the top of the key. Hilton goes into the paint and traveled with it. Switched her pivot foot. Hilton a little frustrated here. She really hasn't been her sharpest here in the first half, but yet Huron's been able to rally here to get back within 10. We're even down 8 at one time. 2:21 to go here in the first half. Schley back into the game for Huron. Huron back in a 2-3 zone. Kick out in the corner. There's the open three, and good for Kennett. That was Lauren Kennett, the 9th grader, with the three. Washington back up 13, 31-18, 2 minutes to go, first half. Davis on the left wing. Cross court, Hines. Hines top of the key. Now it's Davis. Davis will drive down baseline, cut off by a double team. Back up top, Hines. Hines will go hard, pull up over Peterson. Shot up, no good. And Washington there with the rebound. Minute 40 to go in the first half. Washington's kind of righted the ship after Huron pulled within 8. They're back up by 13. Peterson on the baseline. Kick out three in the corner. Kennett, no good. And Schley there with the rebound. But then a thrown away on the outlet. Washington with the steal, and a push going to go on Huron. Minute 23 to go in the first half. Huron got the rebound, but then threw it away. Addie Knight with the foul, her second, 4th team on Huron. As Harrington back in for the Huron Tigers. Washington run the out-of-bounds play on the baseline. Robertson for three in the corner, way short. Rebound tapped out, controlled by Beitler. Beitler will go to the hoop, and her shot is short. Rebound for Huron. Davis into the front court. Huron could use a score again, but throw it away. Davis tried to force it into Schley and threw it way behind her, and then Schley picks up a tough luck foul as she was trying to go back to the ball and ran into Peterson. Schley picks up her second foul, and that's the 5th team. That will put Washington into the bonus with 1:08 to go in the first half. 31-18, Washington leading the Huron Tigers in our girls game. Washington jumped out to a 10-0 lead, and it's been catch-up ever since for the Huron Tigers. Free throw for Peterson, in and out, no good. She'll get one more. Have not had a ton of free throws shot in the game. In fact, this is only the second time Washington's been at the free throw line. Second shot is good, 1 out of 2. And Washington back up by 14, 32-18. So we near a minute to go here in the first half. Davis trying to get Huron set up on offense. Harrington plunges out, left side Hines in the corner. Hines open three off the left wing. There we go. Hilton Hines drains a deep three off the left wing. First three for Huron since Rapid City Central 2 weeks ago last night. Open three. Kennett, no good. Long rebound. Hines has it, and she's on the run coming up the left side of the floor. All the way swatted by Beitler. Good defensive play by Beitler. Back comes Washington with 34 seconds to go. Jump stop and offensive foul on Beitler. Harrington held her ground. Beitler tried to go around her but made contact. Now, it looked different just because, it wasn't, Harrington didn't take the charge square, but she never moved. And Beitler tried to go around her and hit her with like half the body. Beitler picks up her second foul. Shot clock is off with 32 seconds to go in the first half, 32-21. Sioux Falls, Washington. Allie Davis gets Huron into the front court, dribbling out right. She's being guarded out there by a new girl, London Ladisaw. Lost her dribble, gets it off to Gergen. Now Hines, left wing. Hines will go into the lane, 12-footer, no good, rimmed out. Rebound by Peterson. 7 seconds to go. Down the floor comes Kennett. Kennett trying to shoot over Gergen, and a foul going to go on Gergen. And free throws with 3.5 seconds to go in the first half will go to Rylan Kennett. Kennett with 11 points. She hit 3 threes on 4 or 5 shooting to start the game. She has missed her last 4 shots from the field. This is her first trip to the free throw line. The lefty, no good. She'll get one more. 32-21 Washington. Late stages here of the first half. 3.5 seconds to go. Boys game again will follow. Second shot for Kennett. Missed them both. Rebound Schley for Huron. Schley on the dribble. And she'll get the shot off at the buzzer. No good. And after the half, Huron girls try to stick around in it. They trail, but it made up a little ground there in the second quarter at the half. It's Washington 32, Huron 21. Timeout 2 minutes, and back with our halftime 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
Existing homes. I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Signature Plus Downtown Huron specializes in embroidered and screen-printed items and awards. Signature Plus does all work in-house with the latest in technology and equipment, paying attention to the smallest details. Screen printing and embroidery, stop by for your Huron Tiger sports apparel and for casual business wear. Located at 363 Wisconsin Avenue Southwest, downtown Huron. Signature Plus, supporting the Huron Tigers.
1340 KIJV is Tiger Radio. It's halftime. Let's join the voice of the Huron Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena. Halftime score in our girls game. First part of the doubleheader. It's Washington 32, Huron 21. We'll get to the stats coming up. Let's do a Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Douglas girls lead Watertown late in the first half, 16-14. That's all I'm showing here for AA. Some games earlier today. First off, girls JV here on Edge Washington, 40-38. Girls sophomore game, 43-32. Huron defeated Washington. And a classic going on in Madison. Have some area scores from there. Boys scores, DeSmit defeated Wynot, Nebraska, 71-59. Miller boys defeated Bonham, 55-25. Miller girls also defeated Bonham, 41-24. That's your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. 605-352-5316 for Seven Sons Heating and Air in Huron. In our halftime score, it's 32-21. Washington leading in our girls game. 2-minute timeout. We'll check the stats next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
A Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course. Proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron. With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
So, where do you want to go eat?
How about that new place, the 18th century theme restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for
hot eats and cool treats.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena halftime score. Washington 32, Huron 21. Let's run down the scoring. Washington, 11 points for Rylan Kennett. She got all 11 probably the first 9 minutes of the game, as Washington had a good shooting first quarter but struggled in the second. Josie Beitler has 8 points, 5 for Dana Harp, 3 points apiece Jersey Peterson and Lauren Kennett, and 2 points for Layla Bertay. For the Huron Tigers, 6 points off the bench for Jayla Shy, and that came in pretty quick fashion to start the second quarter. Hilton Hines with 5 points, 4 for Addie Knight, all from the free throw line, and 2 points apiece, Allie Davis, Abigail Harrington, and Chloe Carr. Shooting in the first half, Sioux Falls, Washington was 13 of 34 for 38%, 4 of 13 on threes for 31%. 2 of 5 shooting their free throws. Huron Tigers 7 of 30 from the field, 23%. 1 of 12 from the three-point arc for 8%. Huron was 6 of 9 from the free throw line. 29 team rebounds already for Washington. Well, I guess Huron did miss a lot of shots. Josie Beitler has 7 rebounds and 6 for Layla Bertay. And 5 rebounds, Dana Harp. Huron with a total of 14 rebounds, and Jayla Schley, again off the bench with 5 rebounds. So at halftime, the 9th grader Schley leading Huron in both scoring and rebounding. Huron with 8 turnovers and Washington with 10 in the first half. Again, halftime score 32-21, Washington leading Huron. 2-minute timeout. We'll be back and ready for our second half here from the arena. Girls game, boys game will be next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Pinch bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Good afternoon. Back here at the Huron Arena, ready to go at the second half of our girls' game. Washington has led the entire way, up 32-21. Trying to remember the biggest lead Washington had. They were up by 16 at the end of the first quarter. Huron did get it down to 8 at one point in the second quarter. Right now, the margin is at 11, so Huron can ill afford a slow start to the second half like they did in the first half, but still within striking distance of a tall and very talented Sioux Falls Washington Warrior team. Coming up next week, we're off with the Tigers till next Thursday. Huron girls will be hosting Class A Lennox. They're ranked number 2 in Class A. And that'll be a single girls game, so we'll shoot for 7 o'clock tip-off here at the arena for Huron Lennox girls Thursday. And then a week from today, it's Huron at Harrisburg, another basketball doubleheader. I don't have the times on that, but I know it is an afternoon matchup again. So, hey, we're in the month of January, and that's our busiest month of the year for high school basketball. And Huron Tigers will be playing plenty here over the next 4 weeks. Start the third quarter. Looks like it'll be Huron possession to begin the second half. Washington was a little confused on which end they were supposed to go to, but looks like the starters are on the floor both ways. And Hilton Hines will get Huron into the offense to start the second half. Allie Davis on the right wing up top, and there's a steal and a foul going to go on Harrington. Just not a good pass there as the route was jumped by Dana Harp, and a kind of a hard luck foul there on Harrington as she tried to go after the ball, but Harp had the angle there. And Harrington picks up her second. Knight, Harrington, Carr, and Schley all have 2 fouls. Bertay, Beitler, and Harp all have 2 for Washington. Here on zone here to start the second half. Beitler with a nice split through down the middle of the lane, split a double team and gets a layup. Beitler in double figures with 10 points. The lead up to 13, 34-21 Washington to start the second half. Hilton Hines, she looks for a lane 10-footer in traffic for 2. Hilton just could not get the shots to drop in the first half, and now she has 7. Back into the front court comes Washington. Low post, Bertay against Carr, shoots over her and bounces it in. Kind of a fadeaway. Layla Bertay with her second bucket. And the lead back at 13, 36-23 Washington. Davis at the top of the key, high post, go back door, there's Carr, nice feed, Harrington to Carr. Huron did high-low to perfection. Carr with her second bucket. Huron back within 11, got to get a defensive stop. Harp outside, flips right side Kennett, and up high, and we're going to have a jump ball. It was a nice job of Harp to go up and get the ball, but then she got tied up coming down by Davis. Possession will keep the ball in the hands of Sioux Falls, Washington. Beitler will inbound it on the baseline right below me. Beitler lobs it all the way out to Bertay, fires it into Harp at the free throw line, forces up the shot, no good, tipped right back out to Harp. She'll go up with the left hand, again no good, third try, again no good for Washington. Huron still can't grab the rebound, and Harrington picks up a foul. Bertay, I know, had 2 shots in that process, but Huron just could not grab the rebound. And Harrington picks up the foul. And boy, Abby Harrington, tough luck. 2 fouls here in the first minute and a half of the second half. And all of a sudden, she's got 3 fouls. Kennett with the free throw, no good. Kennett with 11 points. Again, all 11 came in about the first 9 minutes of the game. The lefty senior, second shot is no good. Rebound, and there's Harp taking away, but then stripped, and Huron comes out with it finally. Boy, Washington had all kinds of opportunities to score and came up with nothing. Down the floor, into the lane, in and out. Rebound, Schley blocked by Bartay and going to be picked out of there. Nice defensive play by Bartay, but again, Hines getting those shots she normally makes. Open 18-footer, no good. Offensive rebound, Peterson. As again, Washington starting to really pound the boards. Bartay goes with the reverse layup for 2. Pretty play on the reverse. And 38-25, the lead back at 13. There's the strip, but picked up by Knight, and she'll keep the ball alive for Huron. Davis on the right wing, high post. Here goes Schley again down the middle of the lane, leans it in for two. Jayla Schley with the bucket. The lead is back at 11. We have a timeout on the floor. 5:43 to go in the third quarter. 38-27 Washington. Timeout 1 minute. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. 5:43 to go in the third quarter. 38-27 Washington. Huron just can't quite get the lead cut back to single digits. Harp into the front court, top of the key, picks up the dribble, high post, Barte, goes back door underneath Beitler, she'll have to back it out. Barte again, low post, goes around Carr, banks it up, no good. Rebound underneath for Washington again, Harp, no good. There's Peterson, she'll power her way up, no good, finally slapped out. 3 shots and Washington can't hit. Huron in transition, Davis down the floor and gets contact from Beitler. That'll be her third, and Allie Davis will go to the line for 2. Well, Washington, they've had 6 shots and 2 free throws in their last 2 possessions and have not scored. Free throw, no good for Davis. Had a chance to get the lead back down to 10. Gergen in, Carr out for Huron with 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Second free throw, Davis gets the shooter's roll. Allie with 3. And the lead is 10, 38-28. Washington, 5:10 to go here in the third quarter. Dump it in, low post, turnaround shot. Harp, good. She just hurried up and shot before Schley could even set up defensively. 7 for Harp. 5 minutes to go, third quarter. The lead back at 12. Davis, kick out, 3. Hines, short. Rebound underneath for Berte. Washington rushes the ball up and throws it away. Steal by Hines down the floor. Darts the pass to Davis, and she's going to be fouled going to the hoop. 2 free throws again for Allie Davis. Huron has made some defensive plays today. They've been able to deflect some passes. Need to turn some of those turnovers into points. And the foul on Berte is her third. Free throw in and out, no good. A chance to catch up on the free throw line, but Huron's only made 1 of 3 here. Lauren Kennett, the 9th grader, back in for Washington. They do have a little bit of foul trouble here with Beitler also with 3. Second free throw good, 1 out of 2 for Allie Davis. Huron back within 11, 40-29. 4:38 to go here in the third quarter. Left side Kennett comes cross court. In the corner, Lauren Kennett, low post, ball knocked away by Schley. They're going to keep the ball with Washington. Now, you could have called a foul on Huron on that, but you also could have called that out of bounds. Boy, Harp just gave a big shove to Schley on the out of bounds play. Washington works the perimeter. Beitler will drive, has a lane, hard to the hoop for 2. Drove in hard. Beitler with 12 and the lead back at 13, 42-29. Knight on the left wing. Flips left side to Gergen. Gergen backs it out back top of the key against the Washington zone. Schley will take a 17-footer, no good. Maybe a quicker shot than you wanted there. Rebound for Washington. A chance to increase their 13-point lead. We're inside of 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. On the outside, Bertay. Dump it in, low post. There's Harp. Bowls her way through a double team. Missed the shot as she knocked over Schley. And the rebound, Washington complaining on that, but if anything, could have been a charge on their girl. There's the 4-shot up. No good by Hines. Rebound to Bertay. Into the front court, and the ball comes off the foot and out of bounds to Kennett. And Washington turns the ball right over to the Huron Tigers. Haley Rogers in for the first time in the second half for the Huron Tigers. I believe Carr came back in as well. 3:27 to go, third quarter. Washington 42, Huron 29. In the boys game will come up next after the conclusion here. Hines on the drive goes, and that was a travel. I thought so. She changed her pivot foot basically. And the ball belongs again to Washington. London Ladisaw back into the game for Washington. Played a little in the first half. Warriors up 42-29 on our Huron Tigers. 3:15 to go, third quarter. Kennett on the left side, low post, kick right back out. Kennett wants three, got it. Rylan Kennett, her fourth three of the game. Her first bucket since the first period of the second quarter, but she has 14, and Washington goes up by 16, 45-29. Inside of 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Hines jump stop, corner of the lane, kicks back out to Gergen. Gergen brings it up, top of the key, Washington zoning. Here's Hines on a trip down two, scoop shot no good, off balance, ball on the floor and controlled by Washington. Warriors will outlet into the front court. Ladisaw, feedback in the middle, and a foul, a block going to go on Gergen as she tried to get in front of Harp. And boy, Cody Kaufman is more than a little hot in the front of the Huron Tiger bench. Inbounds for Washington. Low post, there's Peterson, 10-foot turnaround, no good. Offensive rebound for Harp. She'll power her way up, count it, she's fouled. Harp will go to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. As really where Huron's struggling is on the boards in particular, and here in the third quarter especially, Washington has just had a ton of offensive rebounds. Foul number 3 on Chloe Carr. As Allie Davis will come in for Chloe. As we await the free throw here for Dana Harp, Washington has got the lead back up to 18 points and 19 as they put down the free throw. Can't remember the biggest lead Washington had in the first half. This might be the biggest lead here at 18, 47-29. 2:24 to go here in the third quarter. Allie Davis will run the point, this time up the floor as Huron tries to get something going on offense. Reverse it, left side, Hines. Gergen, top of the key. Gergen, a couple dribbles right. Bounce pass is almost thrown away and is thrown away. I think we're going to end up with a tie ball. We do. Jump ball, possession arrow will give the ball to Who. It's like it'll stay on the Huron Tiger end with 2:06 to go here in the third quarter. Inbounds on the baseline. Hines will lob it all the way out. Hilton will drive into the paint now. Kick out Davis. Open three, right wing. No good. That's been open for Allie. She hasn't been able to knock it down. Good block out on the rebound by Beitler. Beitler, top of the key. Little crossover. Goes right into Harrington and a foul. And it's going to be free throws for Washington. And Harrington a little slow to get up. And the foul is on Harrington. Boy, I thought the contact came before that. That is number 4 on Abigail Harrington, and that's going to bring Schley back off the bench for the Huron Tigers as Josie Beitler will shoot 2. Her first trip to the free throw line and knocks down the first one. Schley back in for Huron. And Harp is back in. Just had a brief rest there for Sioux Falls, Washington. Minute 49 to go, third quarter. Second shot is no good, and Hines there with the board for Huron. Gets it up, head to Davis into the front court. Back up top, nice catch, Hines. Spread out the floor. Huron will reset the offense against the Washington zone. Up top, it's Gergen. Gergen looking right. And Rogers couldn't get the trigger on three. There's three in the corner for Davis. It's short, long rebound, and Beitler off with it. Gets it up to Harp, and she's going to push. She's one-on-one with Rogers. Goes by her for the scoop layup. And Washington now really starting to open some distance here as they are up 21-50-29 with 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. Huron just needs to find a bucket here at this point. Left side, it's Davis on the wing. Hines uses a screen from Schley. Stop, kick out. Another three for Davis. No good. Rebound, and Huron can't save it in. It'll belong to Washington with 51 seconds to go. Third quarter, Lauren Kennett, the ninth grader, back in for Washington. And, well, both Kennetts come back in. Lauren back in along with Rylan. With 51 seconds to go in the third quarter, and Washington has started to pull away in this one, now up 51-29. Warriors will work the perimeter against the Huron zone. Kennett, cross court left side. They'll go inside, low post. Lauren Kennett, no-look pass, and she got it to Harp, and Harp going to be fouled going to the basket. I don't see how the ninth grader Kennett could see that her teammate was behind her. Jency Gergen picks up her third foul. And two free throws for Dana Harp. Free throw is good. She's had a big third quarter here as she has scored 8 points and has 13 total. Dana Harp had two twin sisters that are playing for University of Sioux Falls, and that's where Dana plans to go as well. Her second free throw is good, hits them both. So Dana Harp, 9 points here in the third quarter. And it's 53-29 Washington. Shot clock and game clock about the same here. Davis has the ball deflected and stolen down the floor. Going to be a wide open layup. Dana Harp continues her big third quarter. She's scored 11. And it's 55-29 as Washington pulling away. Late third quarter, Hines in traffic gets the answer for Huron. First bucket in a while for Huron. 9 for Hilton Hines, 2, 1 second. And Harp will shoot at the buzzer, no good. I think it was too late anyway. After 3, it's Washington 55, Huron 31. We'll take a timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
More than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We start the fourth quarter, just doing a quick shot chart here as Washington will have the ball to start the fourth quarter. Huron was 4 of 13 from the field. Washington 9 of 16 as they broke the game open and lead now 55-31. Washington possession to start the fourth quarter. Baseline shovel pass into Peterson. Kick out. Long three for Kennett is off the mark, but long rebound comes underneath to her teammate, and Beitler will get the putback in for 2. And Washington scores here to open the fourth quarter. Washington has just controlled the boards on both ends. Noyes will start the free throw here, or start the fourth quarter here for Huron. Hines can't get a shot off, finds Harrington in the middle. Harrington will drive the hoop. Shot up, no good. Rebound slapped away by Beitler, will remain in possession of the Huron Tigers. So Jesselyn Noyes getting some more time here. Played some in the second quarter as well. We're just underway in the fourth quarter, and Washington up by 26. Knight will look to inbound, gets it to Hines in the corner. Hines through traffic, puts up the 10-footer, rolls it in. Hilton Hines with 11 points, first Tiger in double figures. 57-33 Washington, just underway in the fourth quarter. Washington works the perimeter against the Huron zone. On the baseline, Berthet goes into a triple team, kicks back out Beitler on the baseline, whips it back in the middle. Harp fake, shoots against Carr, count it, she's fouled. And Dana Harp, who's had a huge second half, will go to the free throw line again. Chloe Carr picks up her fifth foul. She leaves the game having scored 4 points and fouls out with just over a minute gone here in the fourth quarter. Dana Harp now, she's up to 18 points, 13 here in the second half. Free throw is good for Harp. And the lead is at 60-33 Washington, 1 minute gone, fourth quarter. Davis on the baseline. Gets it back up top, Hines. Go high post, Harrington squares up. Kicks back out to Davis. Alley against Berthet. Goes up with the left hand off balance, just forcing it too much. And on the rebound, a foul going to go on Huron. Allie Davis with the foul, maybe kind of a frustration one. That's her second personal. 6:41 to go in the game. Again, the boys' game will follow 5 minutes after 3 o'clock. KIJV, AM/FM in Huron. Into the front court, Kennett. High post, Peterson will shoot from 17, no good. Rebound deflected over to Knight. Long pass up ahead, they get it to Hines. She'll start to drive the paint. Little fadeaway is good. Hilton Hines now with 13, 8 here in the second half. 60-35, the lead 25 for Washington. Warriors attack again. Beitler lost the ball. It's on the floor. Hines on it, and Huron trying to take a timeout. They get the timeout. 6:08 to go in the game. 60-35 Washington. We'll take a timeout here of 1 minute. 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Off the timeout, three-point shot by Harrington, rattles in and out. Offensive rebound by Huron. They'll give it another try. Dump it in, low post to Schley. Has it blocked underneath by Beitler. It'll still be Huron possession. 5:39 to go in the game. 60-35, Washington leading Huron. Again, boys' game will come 15 minutes after the conclusion here. Go inside to Hines, kind of forced it, and she was, okay, now I think this is going to change. It was knocked away from Hines. The official who handed the ball in gave it to Washington, but the other official comes and overrules, and that's what officials do. The official who handed the ball in, he just didn't have a very good look at it, obviously, and it'll still be Huron possession. Lob comes in the middle to Noyes. Noyes kick back out. Harrington, another three. That one too strong. Rebound underneath. We're going to have another jump ball, and then I think this possession will come out now to the Washington Warriors. No, it is Huron possession. Excuse me. 5.5 minutes to go in the game, but Huron still struggling to hit three-point shots. And Huron throws it away on the inbound. Stolen by Berthet. She'll take it in coast to coast. Knocked away from behind by Noyes. It'll still be Washington ball. They'll inbound it on the baseline below me to my right. 5:27 left in the game. Beitler lobs it all the way up Trump Hart, right back to Beitler. Beitler has the ball deflected. I believe it was Harrington and stolen by Hines. Into the front court, Davis on the run. Spins into the paint, gives back to Hines, who puts up a 10-footer. No good, had to shoot over Berthe. Rebound Washington. Here comes the Warriors in the front court. 3 for Beitler. Long rebound, no good. Rebound and a foul going to go on who? That might be on Harrington. Foul is on Harrington, and that is number 5, and she'll become the second Huron Tiger to foul out of the game as she leaves with 5:03 remaining, and Jency Gergen will come back in for Huron. Haley Rogers going to check in for the Tigers as well. Emerson Robertson is back in for Sioux Falls, Washington. 5:03 to go in the game. 60-35. Washington leading Huron in the girls matchup. Inbounds, and they'll go outside Robertson in the corner. Here's the drive, and ball knocked away from Ladisaw and stolen by Rogers. Let's see who knocked the ball away. Gergen gets Huron into the front court. Rogers on the right wing up top. Nice catch there by Davis. Goes high post Hines. Free throw line, kick out. Gergen thought about the three, has to bring it back up. Deep three for Rogers. Yes! She was probably 2 feet away from her coach there on the sideline. Haley Rogers with the 3 ball. 60-38, and we have a timeout, Washington. 4.5 minutes to go in the game. 60-38 Warriors. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
And to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their show, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Full timeout by Washington with 4.5 minutes to go in the game. And Washington then getting a few new girls into the game here. Now Peterson's still out there anyway, as is Harp. Harp at the top of the key. There's a new girl into the game for Washington. Berkeley Hall, a junior, in for, I believe, the first time. Here's a little shot by Harp through traffic, swung around Schley and got it to go. Harp having a huge second half, 21 points, 16 here in the second half. 4 minutes to go in the game, and Washington leading 62-38. Huron, Hines has it on the right wing, up top. Gergen, left side. Rogers had an open look at a three off the left side, didn't take it. Hines starts to back her way in. Now she's double-teamed and lobs it back out. Gergen wants 3 off the right side. No good. Offensive rebound by Rogers. She'll bring it back out and reset it for the Huron Tigers. 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Rogers, left side, Hines. Hines goes into that zone and shot over Peterson. No good. Rebound for the Warriors. Harp will bring the ball up as a couple of new girls getting set to come in for Washington at the next whistle. Left side, Robertson. Harp, top of the key against the Huron zone. Baseline, it goes to Peterson. Try to lob it in underneath the Kennett, kind of thrown away, but Peterson able to pick it up, gets it back outside. Robertson in the corner, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Baseline, Harp, she's double teamed, gets a off balance shot up, no good. Rebound and saved in, and another rebound for Rogers, and she's triple teamed, and a foul going to go on Washington. Noise back into the game for the Huron Tigers. Bertay into the game for Washington, as is Beitler. Hines will come off, see if Hilton's afternoon is done, as Jesselyn Noise will get a chance to do some of the point guard duties here. With 2:47 to go in the game, 62-38. Washington on their way to the win. Gergen up top. Looks inside. They get it to Knight. Kick out. Rogers. Take that, Haley. She'll bring it back up top. Right side, Gergen. Gergen, there's Rogers. Now she'll fire to the three. Left wing. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound underneath for Kennett. Into the front court, low post. They get it inside to Bertay, and she's going to be fouled trying to go around Schley. Are we going to do shooting on this? Yes, we are. Jency Gergen picks up her fourth. Huron already has had two girls foul out of the game, Carr and Harrington. Free throw is no good for Bertay. Outside of Harp, Washington has not put down their free throws at a very good clip today. 2:16 remaining. Washington leading 62-38. Second free throw is good, 1 out of 2 for Layla Bertay. She's got 7. Gergen will run the point this time for the Tigers. Spread the floor. Bounce pass right side to Rogers. Addie Knight is the only starter on the floor for Huron, I believe. Back up top, Rogers. Now Gergen on the left wing. Gergen will reset the offense. Knight on the left side. Knight starts to back her way in, corner of the lane. Has to come back out to Rogers. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cross court, Gergen, a wide open three. Left wing, too strong. Rebound underneath for Beitler. Washington in the front court with 1:38 to go, running out the clock here. Warriors will move to 6-0. Huron will drop to 3-2. And Washington taking a timeout is just to get some new girls into the game. Amelia Olson is in for Washington, as is Elin Evans, a sophomore. And McKenna Knutson, a senior, on the floor for Washington as well. 1.5 to go in the game. Washington works the perimeter. Knutson on the right wing. They'll go baseline. I assume they're trying to set up Knutson to score. Threw the ball away. She was trying to hit the cutter, and it was stolen by Gergen. Jency into the front court. Has Knight on the right wing. Kick out to Noise. Noise, top of the key. Schley, a couple of dribbles. Lost handle, but picked back up by Rogers. 1 minute to go in the game. Washington going to win this one. They're up 25. Left side is Gergen. She'll launch a long three. No good. Rebound and stolen away by Schley. Gets it to Knight, and a foul going to go on Washington. Good hustle there again by Jayla Schley. Amelia Olson with the foul, her first. Second team on Washington. 48 seconds to go here in the game. Lob comes all the way out to Knight at the top of the key. Left side, it's Gergen. Bounce pass up top. Right side now goes to Noise. Noise will put up the three. Got it. Jesselyn Noise cranks a three off the right wing. 63-41. Shot clock is off with 30 seconds to go in the game. We'll see if Washington tries to run the clock. No, a steal by Knight as she stepped in front of the passing lane down the floor. She's bumped. Makes the shot, but going to wave it off, say she was fouled well before the shot. And Huron will inbound it on the baseline with 22 seconds remaining. Olsen picks up her second foul, third team. Inbounds baseline, knocked away by Knudsen. Will still be Huron ball. Again, shot clock is off. One more shot, or one more chance here for Huron, most likely. Gergen has it up top. Now Rogers. Swing it left side to Knight. Knight guarded there closely. Noise, now Gergen. There's Rogers on the right wing, getting down to 10 seconds to go in the game. Three for Noise. That time in and out, no good. Rebound, and Knight couldn't quite get her hands on the ball. And the ball will belong to Washington. Now we'll dribble it out with 3.2 seconds to go. And Washington will pick up the win here this afternoon. The final, Washington 63, Huron 41. Washington moves to 6-0. Huron drops to 3-2. We'll take a 2-minute timeout here. Very quick, Gary Zell Autoglass post game. I'll run down some quick stats for the girls and get right into our boys pregame next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
With Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
So, where do you want to go eat?
How about that new place, the 18th century theme restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for
hot eats and cool treats.
Gary Zell Autoglass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger postgame show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Autoglass does chip repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Autoglass in Huron.
The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Autoglass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Welcome back, Gary Zell Autoglass post-game. Very quick Gary Zell Autoglass post-game here as the Washington Warriors pull away in the second half, defeat the Tigers in our girls game today, 63-41. Here's the rundown on the scoring. Washington now 6-0 on the season. 3 in double figures, led by Dana Harp with 21 points as she took control of the game in the second half, scoring 16 in the second half. Josie Beitler had 15. Rylan Kennett 14, 7 points, Layla Bertay, and then 3 points apiece for Jersey Peterson and Lauren Kennett. For Huron, now 3-2 on the season, 13 for Hilton Hines, 8 points off the bench. Nice game for the 9th grader, Jayla Schley. 4 points apiece, Addie Knight, Allie Davis, and Chloe Carr. 3 points, Haley Rogers and Jessalyn Noyes. 2 points for Abigail Harrington. Shooting in the game, Washington was 25 of 60 for 42%. Huron struggled from the field, 15 of 58 for 26%. Washington was 5 of 16 from the 3, 31%. 8 of 15 from the free throw line for 53%. Huron, as I said, 15 of 58 from the field, 26%. Just 3 of 25 on the threes for 12%. Huron 8 of 13 from the free throw line, 61.5%. Rebounding, a big advantage for Washington. 49 rebounds for Washington. They double up Huron in that department. 24 for Huron. Josie Beitler led the way with 13 rebounds for Washington. So she had a double-double, 15 points, 13 rebounds. Dana Harp nearly got there with 9 rebounds to go along with her 21 points, 8 rebounds for Layla Bertay. For Huron, 24 rebounds, and the 9th grader Jayla Schley led in that category with a total of 7. But when you look at the stats, 18 offensive rebounds for Washington. 9 for Huron, I guess. But overall, Washington, the taller team, and they took advantage of that as they controlled the boards. And they defeat our Huron Tigers this afternoon, 63-41. We'll get comments from Coach Kaufman at halftime of the boys' game, as the girls will now have a few days off before they host Class A Lennox on Thursday here at the arena. So there you go, the final, 63-41. Washington defeats our Huron Tiger girls. The boys' game is next. The boys Huron at 4-1 as they're coming off their first loss of the season, that Hoop City Classic loss to Sioux Falls Christian this past Tuesday. Washington, they're 1-4. An inexperienced squad, really only 3 players back that saw much varsity experience, 1 starter and then 2 guys off the bench. So they've still been working on rotations and that sort of thing. They do have the 1 win here, but they've also had a month under their belts under head coach Jeff Tobin. Talked to both coaches, Tobin along with Tim Budnigan for our Huron Tigers. Those interviews coming up. We'll take a 1-minute timeout, 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Can provide everything they need. Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Hofer and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Getting set for our boys after the doubleheader this afternoon at the arena. Getting set for Washington Huron boys. Jeff Tobin, head coach of the Washington Warriors. They come in with a record of 1-4. And coach, talk about this early part of the season. You had a big senior class last year, so you knew there'd be a few growing pains at least to start out.
Yeah, no, we expected that we were going to have some growing pains, and our schedule early on this season is good competition for us, and we've played in some ball games that we've been encouraged to see some things, but at the beginning of the season, we've got a lot of things that we need to get better at, shore up to be able to beat good teams as well. So, we're trying to work on those things and figure out some rotations, give guys opportunities, see who can play with each other, and we're hoping to, learn a little bit more here today at Huron.
And basically, the way it sounds, he had about 3 guys that got really significant varsity experience that are back.
Yeah, we have Jace Woods. It's been a 2-year starter already, going on his 3rd year now. He's got lots of experience at the varsity level. Ben Sprecher and Sam Ewing played, a good amount of minutes off the bench for us last year and played some key roles down the stretch. So we're trying to, bring them along in different roles this year as, seniors and juniors, and then bring along some guys that are new to the varsity floor, experiencing things for the first time, and like we said, trying to get better at some things so we can win some ball games.
Now you come into Huron today, and I always thought Washington's always had height over the years. I don't know if you've seen a bigger team than Huron lately.
No, looking at the roster, it's pretty impressive what Huron has this year, and the combinations that they're able to play on the floor together with the size and the length, and they just present that challenge all over, being able to do things to disrupt you, and so it's hard to scout that in practice. Our scout team definitely isn't 6'10" and 6'8" and 6'5", but you talk about it, you emphasize some things, and then you just have to go and find a way in a ball game, and that's what we're looking to do today.
Jeff Tobin, head coach of Sioux Falls, Washington. 1-minute timeout on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
In Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Continue our pregame here before our boys' half of the doubleheader. Huron Tigers hosting Sioux Falls, Washington, as we talk with boys head coach Tim Buddenhagen. Coach Bud, brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Tigers at 4-1 now after a tough loss Tuesday at the Hoop City Classic with Sioux Falls Christian. And Coach, just final thoughts on that. You know, kind of left the door open there. Sioux Falls Christian able to blast through it, so give them credit and hopefully a learning experience for our boys moving forward.
Yeah, like what we talked about. If we're going to be a good team by the end of March, then we got to play good teams. Christian's got size. They spread the floor well. They penetrate. They kick. They shoot it. Just a team that you want to play, just because that they have that championship pedigree. They move the basketball. Like I said, they got size, length, and they got talent. So I thought we played well. We just didn't make enough plays down the stretch, and then miscommunication gave them a couple of easy buckets that they shouldn't have gotten, and missed box outs. But the one good thing is all those things are fixable. It takes no talent to box out. It takes no talent to talk. We just got to get better at those little things.
Now, Sioux Falls, Washington comes in today. They had a very good senior class last year, lost those guys. And really, the way it sounds, about 3 guys back that had varsity time last year. But, they're 1-4, but they're finding their way, and that's what happens when you do some rebuilding.
Yeah, it does. And they can build around the 3 guys that were there last year. They don't have a lot of size, but yet they can spread you out, which hurts us a little bit because our size will bother them, but their quickness will bother us. So it'll be a game of which team's going to establish the mismatch, which team's going to be patient enough to get a mismatch, and then we got to keep the ball out of the paint, and once they shoot it, we got to rebound it because Woods can dominate the game just by getting on the boards.
Tim Buddenhagen, head coach of the Tigers. Coach Bud, brought to you by the Scoreboard, 3rd Street, downtown Huron. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
ProClean Plus offers epoxy floor coating for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at ProClean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East, or check out their website at procleanplus.net. ProClean Plus is the proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena, where we're getting set for our boys matchup here. Huron Tigers, Sioux Falls, Washington Warriors. Looks like we're just going to be a couple of minutes behind schedule here for this game. Let's do a Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. In boys AA, Yankton leads Aberdeen 32-14 late in the second quarter. And 3 minutes left in the first half, I assume. Bismarck leads Pierre 44-26. Again, those are boys' scores. Girls' scores at halftime, T-Area 28, Sturgis 15. Final, Watertown defeated Douglas 44-28. Douglas was leading late in the first half of that one. And in the second quarter, Bismarck, North Dakota leading Pierre 23-12. And again, girls, Aberdeen leads Yankton 28-7 midway through the second quarter. And that's your Seven Suns Heating and Air scoreboard update. 111 Dakota Avenue North here in Huron for Seven Suns Heating and Air. So getting set for our boys matchup, here's the starters for Sioux Falls, Washington. Jeff Tobin, their head coach. They have a record of 1-4. Coach Tobin, a disciple of my old friend Paul Rosh. He played for Coach Rosh at Langford probably about 20 years ago or so. Probably not that long, about 15 years ago. And he's brought a lot of those principles here now in coaching Sioux Falls, Washington. Jake Baltzer, a 6-foot junior. Benjamin Sprecher, a 6'4 junior. Brecken Beitler, remember that name from the girls' game, 5'11 junior. Sam Ewing is a 6'2 senior, and Jace Woods is a 6'2 senior. Woods, the lone returning starter from last year. In fact, he's been starting since his sophomore year. He was a highly coveted football prospect who's going to South Dakota State. Huron Tigers head coach Tim Budnagan, record of 4-1 with that first loss, of course, coming this past Tuesday at the Hoop City Classic in Mitchell. Same starters as we've had so far this year. Miles Elwine, 6'5 sophomore. Mason Juergens, a 6-foot senior. Blake Elwine, 6'10 senior. Davis Chase, a 6'8 junior. And Carter Portage is a 6'5 freshman. Now again, Anderson Portage had his first time of the season on Tuesday, and he's back ready to play too. And Oakley Anderson also returned after being injured in the first game of the season. Now I saw Ty Kleinsasser is dressed, but he is still not ready to go. They are hopeful that he might be able to get a few minutes in by next Saturday when Huron goes to Harrisburg. As Kleinsasser was injured late October, next to last game of the regular season for football, and he has not been able to play since then. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute, get set for tip-off here between the Warriors and the Tigers. 1 minute on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Carr Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Great teams need more than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena, set for tip-off for our boys game now. Washington and Huron. Officials for our game are backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Calling our boys game, Chris Long, Cooper Long, and Scott Mack. They are the law on the court, and they're backed by the South Dakota Attorney General Office, Consumer Affairs Division. Huron in their home whites with orange numbers and letters and orange and black trim. Washington in the road black with orange numbers and letters and orange and white trim. Huron controls the tip. We are underway. Blake Elwine goes left side to Juergens. Looks like straight man here, at least to start off by Washington. And Jace Woods has the defensive assignment on Blake Elwine. Miles Elwine gets it up top to Portage. Left side, Blake Elwine. Isolated there with Woods. Cross court. Open three. Miles Elwine, no good, but he's knocked over after the shot. And 3 free throws coming up for Miles Elwine. I believe it was Baltzer that bowled into him. And 3 free throws for Miles Elwine. So a foul right off the bat. That goes on Baltzer, and 3 free throws for the sophomore Miles Elwine. And the first free throw is good, and Huron the early lead. Again, this will be kind of what Huron goes up against a lot. Huron's height against the other team's quickness. Second free throw good for Miles Elwine. And one more shot for the sophomore. And gets all 3. 3-0. Huron leads early. Some Pressure now, 1-3-1 trap, it looks like, for Huron. 3/4 court. Bring the ball up. Sprecher gets it across the timeline to Beitler. Beitler, the ball knocked away, stolen. Here comes Elwine, and he'll take it in and miss the layup. It looked like it was kind of knocked away by Beitler from behind. Back comes Washington, and they throw it away. Looked like Ewing thought somebody was in the corner. Good hustle back defensively there by Beitler to just get a hand on the ball, as Elwine looked like he was thinking dunk there on the play. Then Washington turns the ball over on the way back. Some pressure in the backcourt by Washington, just picking them up loosely, though. Miles Elwine dribbles out to the right. Dribbles, finds Juergens, goes baseline to Chase. Chase backs his way in, double team, give to Carter Porish. Porish, a couple of dribbles, now Chase again. Up top, it's Juergens, low post. They go inside to Porish. Porish through a double team off balance, rolls it in. Tough shot. Carter Porish got it. Huron up 5-0. Ewing plays some catch, get it across Sprecher. Sprecher at the top of the key. Holds the ball, now up top, Balzer. Baseline Sprecher again. Sprecher against Chase, and just too much reaching there on the part of Davis Chase. I was wondering if the official was going to let that go. He did not. And Davis Chase, an early foul here for the Huron Tigers. Washington inbounds. Woods has it in the corner. Up top, swing it left side, Ewing. Up top three, Balzer is off the rim. Rebound comes down to Elwine. Blake into the front court, Porish. Porish starts the drive, lost the ball, gets control again. In the corner, Chase. Davis will dribble up to the top of the key. Right side, Juergens thought about the three. Now he'll go to the post up to Elwine. Blake going up against Woods. Here comes the double team. Kick out. Juergens. Juergens will go in the paint. Now Porish top of the key. Porish down to the hoop and has the ball knocked away by Woods. Good helping defense by Woods. Back goes Washington. Woods goes down to the baseline. Now backs it out for the Warriors. Flips to Ewing. Up top, Beitler. Beitler into the paint against Porish. Goes in around Porish. No good. Rebound for Elwine. Into the front court, Davis Chase, little spin move, leans in, gets fouled, and the whistle foul going to go on Sioux Falls, Washington. I believe that'll be on Sprecher. That'll be his first, second team, and free throws coming up for Davis Chase and the Huron Tigers. 5-0 lead here early on for Huron. We played 2.5 minutes of the first quarter. Get our first subs of the game after the made free throw by Davis Chase. In for Huron, Anderson Porish, and in for Sioux Falls, Washington is David Kute. Kute, a sophomore. He looks taller than that to me. 5'10" sophomore, looks taller than that to me. Davis Chase hits both free throws, and Huron off to a quick 7-0 lead early on. 5.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Huron still showing some pressure. Into the front court, Kute. We'll get it in the front court and set it up. Huron going straight man here as well. Woods against Anderson Porish. Cross court, get the pass up ahead to Ewing. Ewing tries to go back door to Woods, and he got hooked and fouled by Juergens. Juergens wasn't going to give Woods a chance at either a layup or a dunk. Foul on Juergens, his first, second team, and a pair of free throws coming up for Jace Woods. Again, he's the most experienced Warrior, at least as far as a starter goes, as he's in his third year. Free throw is off the mark, no good. He is signed on to play football at SDSU next year. 5:12 to go, first quarter. Woods, one free throw pending. Second shot is no good, missed them both. Blake Elwine board. Outlets to Porish, almost didn't look. Anderson into the front court. He's the only Porish on the floor, still straight man. Go baseline to Chase, he's gonna go in. Spin move, hard to the hoop, block. Nice play defensively by Sprecher. Washington clears the board, nice catch, Woods on the baseline. Kicks it back out to Kute. Open three, top of the key, no good. Porish has the rebound off the miss by Beitler. Still 7-0 here on 4:44 to go, first quarter. Anderson Porish outside, comes right to Miles Elwine. Baseline Chase. Davis up top. Porish, he'll back it out, reset it against the man-to-man. Anderson on the drive. He'll lean in. Ewing got it on the way up. Knocked the ball away, and another turnover gives the ball back to Washington. Sprecher drive down the baseline. Fade away over Elwine and Chase. No good. And the rebound for Huron. Up ahead, Juergens in the front court. Right side, Elwine. That's Blake. He'll fire a three. No good. Long rebound and going to be controlled by Ewing, and he's on the move. Pass the middle of the floor. Go baseline to Beitler. Beitler trying to back his way in on Miles Elwine. Back door, they go inside, shot up, too strong, kind of forced it. Ewing as he had Anderson Porish there. In the front court, Miles Elwine on the drive, kick back out to Juergens. Baseline, low post to Chase, backs his way in, goes with the baby hook, 4-2. Davis Chase has 4 points. Huron goes up 9-0. Long pass up the floor. They get it up ahead, and the shot up, no good. Porish with the rebound, and he's fouled. They threw over the press, and Beitler was open down the floor, but he had to catch up to the ball, and by then he was kind of in no man's land there as it was well defended by Porish. And Beitler picks up his first in the third team on Washington. Washington will come in with some new players. On the floor, Noah Woods for Washington. I believe Baltzer came back in as well. 3.5 minutes to go, first quarter. Huron up 9-0 on Washington here in our boys game. Anderson Porish will walk the ball up, now flip it to Blake Elwine. Porish on the left wing, back door to Elwine, and the lob was there from Porish, and then Blake just tried to do a touch shot and couldn't get it to go, and then on the rebound, we're going to have a foul, I believe, on Huron. Nope, just a timeout, Washington. 9-0 Huron, 3:11 to go, first quarter, and we'll take a timeout here of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
For fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located at 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Quick timeout taken by Washington. Oakley Anderson in for the first time for Huron. Washington working against the Huron press. Kute up top. Now Baltzer with the ball. Working her up top. Woods, and a touch foul going to go on Blake Elwine. Just got his hands out there too much perhaps. Blake Elwine with his first, third team on Huron. Carter Porish will check in for Davis Chase. 2:58 to go, first quarter. Kind of a slow start, even though Huron does lead 9-0. But I think even Coach Bud will say, feel like we've had a bit of a slow start here. Washington's just struggled to get into the flow offensively. Baltzer gets Washington in the offense. Beitler goes back door. Nice catch by Woods. Has to come back outside, however. Reset here by Washington. And the ball thrown away. Thought they're going to get Noah Woods to stay there on the right wing, and thrown away by Baltzer. Now, Noah Woods, from what I understand, has just been added to the varsity roster, so he may not be necessarily on the same page as everybody else here early on. But he is tall. I don't even have his stats here. I just know he's number 24, and his name's Noah Woods. Anderson Porish bounce past Miles Elwine with Kute out on him. Miles gives to Blake on the left side. Blake trying to use a screen. Back up top of the key, Carter Porish. Now it's Anderson Porish, lob it in, low post, and quick turnaround off the rim, no good. And then Blake Elwine got the rebound and lost it. And down the floor comes Washington. Boy, Blake's missed a couple of point-blank shots. Kute wants three, in and out. Washington continues to struggle shooting the ball. Up the floor, and the ball deflected out of bounds by Washington. Good hustle by Ewing to get in the passing lane. Again, it's 9-0 here on 2:05 to go in the first quarter, but if you're Huron, you just feel like you should be ahead a little bit further than what you are. As we've missed a couple of pretty point-blank shots here early on. Inbounds comes up top, Oakley Anderson. Blake Elwine on the right wing with Noah Woods on him. Jace Woods not out there right now. Cross court in the corner, Oakley Anderson takes a dribble, flips to Anderson Porish. Porish, ball fake, drives all the way to the hoop, knocked away and stolen. Back the other way, Ewing, he's got a 2-on-1. He'll go into Miles Elwine for the layup. And Washington on the board. It's 9-2 as Huron turned it over. I think Huron getting a little frustrated that those drives in the lane aren't drawing fouls. This time we do, as Blake Elwine went hard to the hoop and Noah Woods came out with the hack, and Blake Elwine will shoot two. Blake has not scored here in the first quarter. He's had a couple of point-blank shots, missed a three. Missed a dunk, but that was a pretty good defensive play by Beitler early in the game. Free throw, Elwine, good. Chase going to check in for Miles Elwine. Always tough with the Huron names because you can have two Elwines out there. You might have, right now I have Oakley Anderson and Anderson Porish out there. In fact, two Porishes out there and two Andersons out there, one first, one last name. Both free throws good for Blake Elwine. 11-2 Huron, minute 25 to go, first quarter. Baltzer will get the ball into the front court. Kute has the ball on the right wing against Anderson. Get it up top. Sprecher. Now Kute again at the top of the key. He wants to drive on Anderson. Finds a lane, cut off. Here's the drive into the paint by Ewing. Off-balance shot is no good, or that was Baltzer. Rebound here on Oakley Anderson. Up ahead, Chase on the baseline. Anderson Porish leans in for the layup. Huron runs the floor and gets the transition bucket. Huron's biggest lead here, first quarter, 13-2, with 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. In the corner, there's the drive by Noah Woods. Kick out in the corner. Nice catch by Baltzer. Kute on the drive. Floater in traffic. No good. Ball slapped around, and Davis Chase going to come up with the loose ball. 34 seconds to go here in the first half, and I'd say about 3.5 seconds difference. Game clock, shot clock, and Blake Elwine just wants to dribble it down. And I'm sure Huron wants to get the shot clock down before they shoot, and doesn't sure. It looks like, I see Oakley Anderson wanting to get in the offense, and he was told to wait. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Blake Elwine in the double team. Steps back three, no good. Rebound, and Washington comes down with it with 4 seconds to go. Long pass to Kute, and they're going to get a layup at the buzzer. Not the way Huron wanted that to end. Kute with the layup at the buzzer, and after one, it's 13-4 Huron. We'll take a timeout of 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Looking to buy, build, or refinance your existing home? I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Second quarter, and Washington will have the ball. They have a chance to score on back-to-back possessions here as they scored to end the first quarter. It's 13-4 Huron. Juergens back in for Huron. It's like the Tigers have the starting five back in, as does Washington. Nope, Kute starting the second quarter. Up top, it's Sprecher. Here's Kute in the middle, cut off by Chase, swatted by Chase. It'll still be Washington ball. Shooting in the first quarter, Washington 2 of 11. Huron was just 3 of 9, but 7 of 7 from the free throw line. Washington run the out-of-bounds play on the baseline. Lob it all the way out to Jace Woods. Comes left side, Ewing. Ewing holds the ball. Reverse it right side, Sprecher. Sprecher flips in the corner, Woods. That's Jace again. 7 seconds on the shot clock for Washington. Sprecher against Porish, 3-2. Kute, step back three, and no good. He did get it off in time. Huron into the front court. Juergens goes high post, Chase. Davis backs his way in, up with the left hand for two. Davis Chase with that sweet little left hand. He's got that baby hook down. Huron up 11 again, 15-4, and that's 6 points for Davis Chase. 1 minute gone here in the second quarter. Wing in the corner, Jace Woods against Carter Porish. Goes all the way to the hoop, and a blocking call will go on Carter Porish. That'll be his first, and the first foul called on either team here in the second quarter. We played just over a minute in the second. 15-4, Huron leading Washington. Washington run the out of bounds on the baseline. Lob comes to Jace Woods, hands it off to Kute. Right back to Woods, knocked away by Chase and picked up by Blake Elwine. Nice defensive play by Chase, and then Huron throws it away. Blake Elwine tried to get it up the floor to a brother Miles, and ball just kind of fooled Miles there perhaps. And Huron unforced turnover right back to Washington. Kute will bring the ball into the front court. Ewing on the left side. Up top at Sprecher. Sprecher, free throw line jumper, no good. Miles Elwine up high with the rebound. Miles will push, get it up ahead. Carter Porish on the left wing. Carter, a couple of dribbles. Now Chase in the corner. Back up top. Blake Elwine has Carter Porish in the corner now. Carter starts the drive, spin move, little baseline jumper for two. Off balance, Carter Porish has four. Huron has their biggest lead, 17-4. Long pass to Jace Woods, touch pass underneath, blocked by Juergens. What a play by Juergens to block Beitler. Get back into the front court. Here's the drive. Carter Porish fell down. Did he travel? He did. What a play, though, by Mason Juergens to block that layup attempt by Beitler. The ball will turn back over, though, on the travel by Huron to Washington. We go Porish for Porish with Anderson in and Carter out. 17-4 Huron, 5:54 to go in the first half. Huron comes back with that 1-3-1 trap. Kute in the front court. Now they get it up ahead and get into the offense. Kind of loose pressure there. Sprecher up top. Long three is good for Ewing. Ewing with the three ball, and Washington is back within 10, 17-7. There's Chase, low post to the block, too strong. Rebound slapped out and controlled by Sprecher, but he was standing out of bounds when he did. Davis Chase says, I got bopped in the nose on that play. It'll still be here on possession underneath. 17-7 here on 5:26 to go in the first half. Juergens will trigger the inbounds. Goes back door, and the ball deflected, but Chase gets control, and then he throws it away. Huron just pressing too much into the front court. Here comes Sprecher. He fakes, now shoots over Porish, and he traveled. He faked and got Blake Elwine to jump, but then Porish was looming there, which wasn't any better situation. He winds up being whistled for the walk. Both teams have stacked up more than their share of turnovers here in the first half. 17-7, Huron leading, 5:15 to go here in the second quarter. Anderson Porish into the front court, sets it up for Huron. Bounce pass, left side Juergens, go back door to Blake Elwine, catches and shoots in one motion. Blake Elwine, just his first field goal of the game. He's got 4 points, 19-7 Huron. Washington breaks the pressure. They're in the front court with Beitler. Beitler out there with Juergens, has to back it out, hands it off to Kute. Kute pulls up with an 18-footer, no good. Rebound slapped away, and Anderson Porish with the board, but then loses the ball, and Ewing able to grab it and put it up. Ewing has 7 of the 11 points for Washington. Long pass, here's the cut by Elwine. Oh, Blake missed the shot, but are going to call goaltending on that. Jace Woods saying no. The officials are having a discussion. Blake immediately said, hey, he was up in the cylinder. I couldn't tell from my vantage point, and they are going to count it and call the goaltend on Jace Woods. So Blake Elwine gets the reverse layup officially in 6 points. Huron back up 21-9. Tobin is still not happy on that Washington bench, thinking that he was not in the cylinder. Now they've already signaled the bucket was good once, but now they're still having a discussion. And Tobin still having a well, they've already signaled twice it's good, so why are we still conferencing on it? It is officially a bucket for Elwine and 21-9 Huron. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Baltzer will get it across the timeline. Oakley Anderson back in for Huron. Hand it off to Jace Woods. Anderson on him. Couple of all-state football players there. Drive to the hoop. Woods looked like he took a bunny hop, and yep, it is. I thought it was a travel. He took a bunny hop there, trying to go inside on Anderson Porish. The ball turns over to the Huron Tigers. In for the first time for Huron is junior Chase Schuhart. Long pass down the floor, got away from Chase, and it'll still be Huron ball. They tried the long pass down to Chase. Getting a hand in there on it was Sprecher. Huron will inbound it now on the baseline below me with Schuhart to trigger for the Tigers. Get it into Anderson Porish on the baseline. He's isolated there. Porish backs his way in, and a blocking call going to go on Beitler. Beitler picks up his second. First team foul in Washington. We have not had a ton of fouls called in this game. 4 o'clock KIJV AM FM in Huron. Huron leading 21-9 in our boys game. Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. The girls game went to Washington 63-41. Washington pulling away in the third quarter in that one. Huron to run the out of bounds play. Chase pops out, gives to Oakley Anderson up top, and there's Jace Woods. He just gives a shove to, who was that, Blake Elwine. He's got his hands out saying what, but I saw that when he had both arms out and just shoved Blake Elwine. Jace Woods with his first and the second team on Washington, and again Huron will inbound the ball. Woods still having a conversation with the official on it. I just saw the tail end of it, but I did see Woods shove Elwine back. Schuhart up top, Anderson, Oakley into the paint, goes baseline, Anderson Porish. Porish slides on the baseline, cut off nicely by Ewing. Now he'll step in, nobody there to the hoop, and he'll do the finger roll. Ewing was playing him to the outside, and Anderson then just took a big step and did the finger roll for two. Huron is the biggest lead at 23-9, 3:50 to go in the first half. Carter Porish will check in as Davis Chase comes out. Right now, Huron two starters on the floor. Carter Porish, Blake Elwine, then it's Oakley Anderson, Chase Schuhart, and Anderson Porish. Into the front court comes Baltzer, stops on the right wing. Up top, Sprecher. Sprecher, free throw line, has to back it out. Now flips back to Baltzer. They'll go baseline. Jace Woods against Porish. Jace, little spin around, goes up in traffic, and they're going to say jump ball. Anderson Porish defends him well. Jace Woods getting a little frustrated, although now he's just tapping himself on the chest saying, nope, that wasn't what I intended to do. I don't think he knew what the call was either. Huron gets the ball in the possession arrow. 3.5 minutes to go, first half. Into the front court comes Schuhart. And ball threw it a little behind Porish, and the ball turns over. Into the front court, Jace Woods. He's going to pull it back and set it up for the Warriors. Long three for Ewing, no good, but Woods' offensive rebound as it comes way out. Ewing cuts to the basket, shoots, and misses. Boy, he had a point-blank shot down the floor. Here comes Blake Elwine through traffic. Count it! He's fouled. Blake suspended himself in the air, went up with the left hand for two. Blake now with 8 points, 6 here in the second quarter, and he'll have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play with 3:02 to go in the first half. Juergens and Miles Elwine back in as Schuhart comes off, Oakley Anderson comes off, and Davis Chase comes in for Anderson Porish. I'm sure they're still limiting Anderson Porish's minutes coming off the football injury. 25-9, the foul on Sprecher was his second. And the free throw bounces in for Blake Elwine. He's got 9 points. 26-9. Huron opens up a 17-point lead inside of 3 minutes to go. First half. Kute on the left wing. Up top, Ewing. Ewing down to the baseline. Kick back off, left side, Baltzer. Baltzer. Now it's Noah Woods back in. Low post. The ball knocked away by Chase on the floor. We're going to end up with a jump ball. No, stolen away by Porish. Shovels it out to Jurgens. Jurgens will get the ball up. Right side, Carter Porish. In the corner, open three. Miles Elwine, yes! Miles Elwine drains a three. He's got 6. Huron up 20. 29-9 with 2:27 to go first half. Timeout Washington, 1 minute. We'll take a 1 minute break on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Back at the arena, 2:27 to go first half, and a 29-9 lead for Huron. Second timeout taken by Sioux Falls, Washington. Up top, got a new guy in there. I'll get him identified when I get a chance here. Kute. Boy, had Noah Woods underneath, but didn't get it to him. Kute will drive the paint. Has to kick out and threw it away. Threw it behind Baltzer, out of bounds. It'll be Huron ball. Rico Chol, 6'7" senior, in for the first time for Sioux Falls, Washington. Huron up 29-9 here with 2 minutes to go in the first half. Carter Porish pops out to the right side. Takes a couple of dribbles. Ewing slaps at it. Carter gets control. Back out to Miles Elwine. Now Blake. Blake left wing, trying to drive on Noah Woods. Back his way in. Fade away baseline is short, and Noah Woods grabs the rebound. Just the second miss from the field here in the second quarter for Huron. I have him 7 of 9 from the field. Noah Woods into the front court. Now throws back to Baltzer. Bounce pass Ewing on the right wing. Ewing against Blake Elwine. Minute and a half to go first half. Huron up by 20. Up top, free throw line. Ewing kind of stuck there. Got to get rid of it. Gets it back out to Kute. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kute wants to drive on Jurgens. Pull-up jumper in the paint for 2. Kute with his second bucket. And we have a timeout Huron. Minute 16 to go first half. 29-11 Huron. We'll take a break here of 30 seconds on Dakota Sports.
Downtown Huron specializes in embroidered and screen-printed items and awards. Signature Plus does all work in-house with the latest in technology and equipment, paying attention to the smallest details. Screen printing and embroidery, stop by for your Huron Tiger sports apparel and for casual business wear. Located at 363 Wisconsin Avenue Southwest, downtown Huron. Signature Plus, supporting the Huron Tigers.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Huron Tigers use a 30-second timeout as they'll have the ball, leading 29-11. Nolan Staley in for the first time for the Huron Tigers. Get some time here late in the first half. Blake Elwine will give it to Jurgens. Mason, now Miles Elwine. Huron spreads the floor. Blake Elwine comes right side. He wants to drive on Noah Woods underneath. Reverse layup blocked, but a foul going to go on Washington. I think Chol's the one who came over and blocked it, but I believe Noah Woods probably the man with the foul. We'll get 2 free throws here for Blake Elwine. Noah Woods with the foul, his second, and the third or fourth team on Washington. Elwine, free throw is good. And Blake in double figures with 10 points. Anderson, Porish in, Davis Chase out with 62 seconds to go here in the first half. Blake Elwine will measure up this second free throw. And drops it in. Now he'll come out as Tommy Martin will get some time here at the end of the first half. Minute 2 to go in the first half. Huron back up by 20, 31-11. And Ewing will bring the ball up right side as Martin on him up top. Comes back right. Nice catch by Baltzer. Baltzer using a screen with Miles Elwine staying with him. Kute. Ewing on the left side. Ewing will go baseline. Has a lane. Layup no good, but he's fouled. And Sam Ewing will go to the line for 2. He's got 7 of the 11 points for Washington here in the first half. Tommy Martin with the foul, his first. And 2 free throws pending for Sioux Falls, Washington. Ewing, first free throw is good. He's a senior. And he's got 8 for Washington. 47.9 to go here in the first half. Second free throw is no good, but offensive rebound, Chol, and his putback drops in, and then he goes down hard afterward, and he's very slow to get up. But an offensive rebound by Rico Chol. But now he's going to come off there as he must have landed wrong or something, but gets the offensive rebound putback. And it's 31-14 Huron with 42 seconds to go here in the first half. Ends up being a three-point play for Washington. Inbounds to Staley. Now Miles Elwine against Kute. Miles bringing the ball up. Kute stays with him. Up ahead, Anderson Porish in the front court. Anderson on the drive. Had the ball knocked away. Stolen. Kute with the loose ball. Shot clock off. 25 seconds to go. First half. Kute wants to drive. Hand check call. Going to go on Miles Elwine. That'll be his first. And the second team on Huron. 22 seconds to go in the first half. Washington trying to get on a little run here. They end the first half. I believe it's a 5-0 run right now as they've pulled within 31-14 and a chance to score here before halftime. Sprecher goes into the paint. Double team shot up. No good. Late whistle and a foul going to go on Huron. Looked like one of those calls where if the ball would have went in, the official would have let it go. But when it didn't, they called the foul on Huron. Nolan Staley with the foul. That is his first. And 2 free throws for Sprecher. First free throw is no good. 17.3 to go in the first half. Now Chol is going to come back in. He must have just stepped on somebody's foot and just had a little brief ankle pain there, and he's going to come back in. Looks like for Sprecher if he makes the free throw. Second free throw no good. Missed them both. Noah Woods, though, with the offensive rebound, and Washington keeps possession. 10 seconds to go. They're going to spread the floor and go for one last shot. Juergens goes for a steal, knocks it into the backcourt. 5-4 to go. Baltzer will drive into the paint. Floater in traffic. Got it to go at the buzzer. Washington has hit a buzzer beater at the end of both quarters. And at the half, it's Huron 31, Washington 16. Timeout 1 minute. We'll come back and talk with Huron Tiger girls basketball coach Cody Kaufman. 1 minute here on Dakota Sports.
Of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Blaine Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course, proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands.
Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena at the half here of our boys game. Huron leads Washington 31-16. First game of the doubleheader, the girls, Washington wins 63-41 to stay undefeated, pulling away really in that third quarter. Huron Tiger head coach Cody Kaufman joins me here. And Cody, we got off to a bad start, plain and simple. Thought we kind of regrouped and got ourselves closer there in the second quarter, but Harp, as much as anybody, just kind of took over there in the third, and their rebounding advantage just showed. I know you were worried about that coming into the game.
Yeah, I thought that we didn't show up ready to go. I thought defensively they got anything, our defense, I thought they offensively got whatever they wanted right away early, and that showed with giving up 23 points in the first quarter, and they're good enough defensively with their length that we can't spot them 23 points. And I think we got down, I don't know what it was, 10, 12, 13, something like that.
It was 10-0 right off the bat.
So we spotted them 10 points and we battled. But, credit our girls, because at the end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, and going into halftime, it's an 11-point game, and we fought back, outscored them by 5 in the second half, or in the second quarter, and we had it, to reasonable, and we had to come out in the third quarter and start up again, and we didn't. We started the third quarter like we started the first quarter, just flat, not a lot of energy. Our defensive assignments we didn't meet our defensive assignments. Girls that we were supposed to run out to, we were late to. Girls that we wanted, we were okay with shooting, we're racing out at, and they're putting the ball on the floor, and then like you said, just tough to rebound. I mean, I think, unofficially 49 rebounds for them, 24 for us, so they had 18 offensive rebounds. They almost had as many offensive rebounds as we had, total rebounds. So we knew that would be the case. We knew that'd be tough, but, we didn't get enough stops to be able to get out and run. I thought when we got stops, we did a good job of pushing the ball. I thought we did a good job of, getting some open looks in the fast break in the full court, but we didn't get enough of them, and then we talked about all week how difficult it was going to be to score in the paint, and we saw that. We knew how tough it was going to be, to score in the paint. I mean, we got what, 58 shots up, so we got plenty of shots up. It wasn't, I think 14 turnovers, so we got shots, and I think we did a great job of that. But so many of them were difficult shots because of their length in the paint.
And not only that, too, we had some good looks where we thought somebody was in the paint and not necessarily so we're still sliding our body where we probably had a good look. But that's what Washington does with that length, that height. They play their defense very well. And again, if we got a few of those shots, runners in the lane, that sort of thing, maybe pop a three there, here and there, it might have been a little different story. But again, give Washington credit. That's an awful good ball team, and especially when you look at they start 3 sophomores.
Yeah, I thought, on film, watching 3-4 games of theirs coming in, take no credit away from them, but I thought that was the best game they've probably played offensively and defensively all year long. So they showed up ready to play on their third day, third game of the week, and kudos to them because they're a very good team, and that's what I told our girls. We asked our team to do something that we're not typically, isn't our strength, and, we took 25 threes. Last game we talked about it, we took 9 and didn't make 1, so we take double the amount of threes. We were rushing our shot. They had us so sped up offensively that when we had open looks, I thought we created a lot of good open looks, especially in the second half, and they just didn't fall. So we got to get back, right? I told the girls before the game, it has the feel of the first game of the season with T, because we were off for so long. I don't know if the jitters were necessarily there for the girls, but just the preparation and, knocking the rust off. So we're back, right? We're after Christmas now. Christmas is over. School starts on Monday, so we get back into a routine, and then we can get started and be ready for Lennox come Thursday.
Now, Jayla Shy will be our Signature Plus player of the game. The freshman, you probably got her out there a few more minutes than what you actually intended to, but, she didn't back down from anybody. She's there because of her size. Chloe and Abby were both in some foul trouble, and, she came in. She scored 6 points right in a row in the second quarter. That kind of sparked our rally at that point, and then, she had a chance to get double digits, just didn't quite get there. But she had 8 points and I believe 7 rebounds, and you're just slowly but surely you're finding spots for her because again she's got something we need, and that's size, and she doesn't back down from anybody under there either.
Yeah, and this was a game that we probably knew that we needed Jayla more than not that we don't need her every game, but with their size, you're absolutely right. We needed to go in with a little bit more size, and we got some girls that got in foul trouble, and she had to step up and play. And I thought maybe I thought our bench. I thought, I put, sub 4 girls in to start the second quarter, and I thought they were a huge spark, and Jayla was one of them, along with, Jesslyn Noyes. So girls that maybe don't see as much time as others, I thought they came in and gave us a big spark, off the bench in that second quarter, and we just got to keep hunting for the right lineups and the people that, that sometimes you just don't have it on a night, and that is what it is. That's the real world, that's reality, and we'll find the girls that got it, and I will bet money that come Thursday we show up and our girls play with a more of an urgency and a better defensive effort.
Cody Coppin, head coach of the Tiger Girls, as they fall 63-41 in the first game of our doubleheader today. At the half here with the boys, it's Huron 31, Washington 16. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, run down the stats real quick. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
How about that new place, the 18th Century Theme Restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for
hot eats and cool treats.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. The Nordby Center for Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Huron Arena. We're at the half with Huron boys leading 31-16. Run down the stats real quick for Washington. Sam Ewing with 8 points, 4 for David Kute, 2 points apiece, Rico Chol and Jake Baltzer. For Huron, 11 points for Blake Elwine, 6 apiece, Davis Chase and Miles Elwine, 4 points apiece, Carter Porish and Anderson Porish. Shooting in the first half, Washington 7 of 23, 30%, 1 of 6 on the three for 16%, 1 of 6 on free throws, 16%. For Huron, 10 of 18 from the field for 56%, 1 of 3 on threes, 10 of 10 on the free throw line. 15 rebounds for Huron and 11 rebounds for Washington here in the first half. So ready to go with the third quarter will be Washington ball coming towards me. for the third and fourth quarter. Balzer will get Washington into the offense. Go back door. They get Jace Woods open, and he's fouled going to the hoop. They run the pick and roll to perfection, and Washington, you know what, trying to creep in. They were down 21. Now they're down 13 with a free throw pending for Jace Woods. Jace Woods gets his first bucket of the game. Foul's going to be on Juergens. I thought they said Carter Porish. I'm not sure who that was on. Free throw no good. Offensive rebound put back no good for Washington. Sprecher had the offensive rebound, couldn't get it to go, and finally cleared by Chase. Into the front court, Carter Porish has it on the left wing. Goes low post, and that's going to be a foul on Jace Woods as he tried to reach over Blake Elwine. That'll be foul number 2 on Jace Woods here as we start the second half. 31-18, Washington within 13 points, and again, they're on a 9-0 run going back to the first half. Blake Elwine pulls the trigger for 3 in the corner, no good. Carter Porish, offensive rebound on the weak side, double teamed, finds the middle, a little fadeaway jumper, good for Miles Elwine, and a good job of Carter Porish to see his teammate in the middle of the lane. 8 for Miles. Here on back up 15, jumper, baseline is good, tough shot. Miles Elwine was in the face of Beitler, his first bucket. Washington already shooting the ball better than they did in the first half. Back to a 33-20 lead here on ball deflected, but comes back to Blake Elwine. Blake fakes, goes in, little fadeaway for 2. Blake Elwine with the baker's dozen, 13. 1 minute gone here, and there's, I thought that was going to be a foul on Porish instead. Here's the drive by Sprecher, and then a block going to go on Juergens. Juergens will pick up, I believe, his second foul. Second foul on Juergens. That foul earlier this last trip down was on Carter Porish, his second. Washington run the out-of-bounds play on the baseline. You're on up 35-20. Jace Woods on the baseline, and boy, a very tight call there on Davis Chase. If there was contact, it was minimal. Davis Chase picks up his second. Already Huron with 3 team fouls. Just over a minute in, and there's another foul. The same guy isn't letting us play defense. Carter Porish picks up a pretty cheap foul there, his third, and already 4 team fouls on Huron. We barely played over a minute. My goodness, I've never seen anything like that. 2 extremely touch calls against Huron. Anderson Porish back in for the Tigers. Noah Woods back in for Washington. Backing it out, Balzer. He's on the left wing. Gets a screen. He wants to come right. Flips back left. Open 3 for Sprecher. No good. Rebound Elwine. Out jumps Jace Woods for the rebound. Outlet Davis Chase into the front court. Chase will attack the basket. Reverse layup. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Last touched by Sprecher. Well defended underneath that time by Washington. By Huron, we'll get another chance with the inbounds play on the baseline. So I said already 4 team fouls on Huron. We played just over a minute and a half here at the third quarter. Back door. It goes to Porish, and he gets hammered. 2 shots coming up for Anderson. He head faked and got Noah Woods to bite on it. Noah Woods picks up his third foul. And 2 free throws on the way for Anderson Porish. Anderson with 4 points off the bench in the first half. With Carter Porish in foul trouble, we'll see if we get a few more minutes for Anderson as he sinks the first free throw. He's got 5. Ewing in for Noah Woods for Washington. Here on up 16 again at 36-20. Anderson Porish, 1 more free throw pending. Second free throw is good. Huron still perfect at the line, 12 for 12, and back up by 17, 37-20. Huron again showing some pressure. Pass gets up ahead to Sprecher. Now pitches back to Balzer, that's Ewing. Third try was Beitler. He goes up with the left-handed 17-footer. His second bucket, both here in the third quarter. 37-22, Huron's lead at 15. Back door, they get it to Elwine, but he's a little too far away from the basket. Fadeaway baseline is blocked by Jace Woods, but last touch by Washington, and Beitler is upset that the ball was given to Huron, but looked like another one of those little sneaky plays that we know so well from Mason Juergens to get it off of Beitler. Huron will inbound it on the baseline. Miles Elwine in the corner, up top, Juergens. Right side, isolated out there. Here's the cut. Juergens on the baseline. Can't get anything off. Leans in off glass for two. He was able to spin and get inside of Beitler. First bucket of the game for Juergens. Huron back up 17, 39-22. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Beitler lost the ball, but it goes right to his teammate Baltzer, and the little runner in the lane, no good, and the ball deflects out. Boy, that was a point-blank shot for Sprecher that did not go. Blake Elwine grabs the rebound on the ricochet. Blake almost lost the ball, gets control, needs some help. Up top, Chase, left side, Juergens. Here's the cut, free throw line. Anderson Porish backs it out. Now Blake comes out on the right wing. Trying to post up Chase, can't get it to him. Here's the cut, Elwine, left-handed reverse, no good. Huron wanted a goaltend, I don't think that was, though. Jumper on the left side, and Beitler starting to pick it up. He's hit 3 jumpers off the wings, and it's 39-24. Washington cuts back, comes back within 15. Anderson Porish baseline, he draws contact, and free throws again for Anderson Porish. 4:38 to go in the third quarter, 39-24 Huron. Foul is on Ewing, his first, third team on Washington. They're starting to catch up a little on that situation. Washington can come in with 3 new bodies after this free throw, which is no good. First miss from the line for Huron this afternoon. Kute back into the game, Noah Woods, and also Chol. Chol is the tallest player on the Washington roster at 6'7". Porish, second free throw is no good. Missed them both. Rebound grab, though, by Elwine. Blake, he'll fake, go inside. Porish will power his way up, miss the shot. Rebound put back by Chase. Huron offensive rebound pays dividends. Chase with 8 points. Huron back up by 17, 4:23 to go here, third quarter. Beitler has the hot hand right now for Washington. He spins, trying to get away from Woods. Shuffles it off underneath to Ewing, who banks it in for 2. Moved without the ball. Ewing in double figures with 10 points. Lead back at 15 for Huron. Blake Elwine. Hard to the hoop, puts it up short. Rebound Chol. Kind of forced that one perhaps. Beitler long pass down the floor. Here's the jumper in the baseline for 2. Ewing. Washington just beat Huron down the floor. Washington again within 13 at 41-28 with 3:49 to go, third quarter. Washington has come out with a lot of energy here in the second half. Blake Elwine deep on the left side, gives it back up top to Miles. Elwine, straight man here. Miles, left side, gives to Blake. Goes inside to Chase underneath against Noah Woods. Jump hook for 2. Baby hook for Chase. He's in double figures with 10. Huron back up by 15 with 3:25 to go. Beitler goes back door to Noah Woods. And again, Huron not getting back on defense. Beitler has been the spark for Washington here in the second half. Woods with his first bucket. 43-30, the lead back at 13. Left wing, Juergens gets it to Miles Elwine. Back up top, Anderson Porish. In the corner, Juergens on the left wing. Goes on the baseline, Blake Elwine. Spin move by Noah Woods. Counted, he's fouled. And Noah Woods picks up his 4th foul, 15 for Blake Elwine. Did that little shoulder shimmy to the left and then went back to his right, and he went right around Woods. Make sure that is on Woods. It is his 4th. Carter Porish back into the game for Huron. Oakley Anderson in for the first time in the second half. Chase and Juergens come off for the Tigers. Blake Elwine waiting for his free throw. Washington will come in first appearance, as far as I know, for Josiah Nishimwe. I wrote it out phonetically. I hope that's right. Nishimwe. 5'7" senior for the Warriors. Free throw, Elwine good. Blake now with 16, and Huron goes back up by 16. 46-30 inside of 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Ewing into the front court, being checked there by Blake Elwine. Left side, here's the drive, Beitler. He's double teamed on the baseline. Ball deflected, gets to Chol. Chol lost the ball. It's on the floor. Big scramble, jump ball, and possession. I can't see the arrow from here. It appears it will be Huron ball on the possession arrow with 2:42 to go here in the third quarter. Oh, there's the possession arrow. Okay. I always look at the bench. I can just look at the scoreboard now. 46-30 Huron, 2:37 to go, third quarter. Blake Elwine into the front court. Chol out on him this possession. Backs it out, waiting for some more movement. No, Blake will start to drive. Going to go inside on Chol. Spin move, block, kick it back out. Carter Porish. Carter splits the double team, goes in for the layup. Carter Porish has 6, 3 of 3 shooting from the field. Huron gets the lead back up to 18, 48-30, 2:10 to go. Trap, they get it to Ewing in the corner. He'll take the 3. It's short. Long rebound right back to him. He'll go into Porish, twist his body no good, and Miles Elwine with the rebound. Well defended by Anderson Porish. Up the floor, Carter Porish. Oh, missed the layup. He was trying to get his steps down. Missed the layup. Back comes Washington. Into the front court, it's Beitler. Shoots from the top of the key. No good. Ball ricochets out. Ewing with it. Blocked by Elwine. And comes out to Porish. Carter Porish up the floor. A late whistle and a foul going to go on Beitler. Beitler picks up his third, if that is indeed on him. And Beitler's been the spark here in the third quarter for sure for Washington. Oh, we're in the bonus. Didn't even notice that. Both teams in the bonus the rest of the way here in the third quarter. Still 1:40 to go. But Huron had 4 team fouls in about the first minute 10 of the third quarter. Haven't picked up one since. Porish, free throw, no good. He'll get one more. Chase and Schuhart in for Huron as Anderson Porish and Miles Elwine come off. Baltzer is back in for Washington. I didn't see who the other player who was that came in. Might have been Kute. Second free throw good. 1 out of 2 for Porish. Carter has 7. Huron builds the lead back to 19. 49-30. They're on a 6-0 run. So we near a minute and a half to go here in the third quarter. On the outside, Nishimwe, top of the key. He wants to drive. Ball comes out of his hands. We have a whistle, and they're going to say slapped away by one of the Tigers. Washington will inbound on the baseline. Jace Woods back in as Nishimwe will come off for Washington. Minute 25 to go, third quarter, 49-30 Huron. Tigers have led the entire way. Inbounds, they get it outside to Kute against Oakley Anderson. Fadeaway jumper off the side of the bank board, no good. Rebound chase, then a scramble as he lost it. And boy, Chol, a couple of the touch fouls they called on Huron earlier score, and then they let Chol pretty much come across the body of Chase and knock that ball away. Possessioner will keep the ball with the Washington Warriors with 1:16 to go here in the third quarter. Doing a little mopping on the lane there, Blake Elwine. It is warm here in the arena, I will say that. There's agreement up here in the press box as well on that. Inbounds on the baseline for Baltzer. Gets in the corner. Jace Woods against Carter Porish. He wants to drive, has the baseline, leans in, shoots over Schuhart, and a late whistle and a foul going to go on Huron. Schuhart with some good helping defense, but they might call him for the block. And again, it looked like one of those plays where if Woods had made the bucket, they wouldn't have called the foul. So both teams will need the bonus here for the rest of the third quarter. Jace Woods hits the first free throw. He had missed 3 in a row. And overall, Washington has not shot their free throws well, but Woods does hit the first one there. And again, that foul was on Schuhart, his first. 70 seconds to go, third quarter. Second free throw is good. Hit them both. 49-32 Huron as we're down to 1:09 to go here in the third quarter. Carter Porish will bring the ball up this time. With Chol out on him, Carter goes left wing, almost lost it. Nice crossover, and it looked like a travel. It was. He jumped, but did not get the ball off before he released it. That was the correct call in my eyes. Huron up 17. Washington into the front court. 50 seconds to go, third quarter. Woods on the baseline. Jace will drive and dunk it. Actually, the first dunk of the game. Jace Woods had the baseline and took it in hard. He's got 6. 49-34 with 35 seconds to go in the third quarter. About 5 seconds difference, game clock and shot clock. Now, the end of the first quarter and second quarter, Washington was able to hit buzzer beaters. Carter Porish out there with Chol, still on the dribble. They never did do a 5-second count. Schuart on the left wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Chase on the drive, goes left-handed with the reverse, and he is fouled. 2 free throws for Davis Chase. Davis with 10 points in the game. He and Blake Elwine are the double-digit performers to this point. 11.8 to go here in the third quarter. Foul was on Sprecher. That is his third. Free throw good for Davis Chase, and he has 11. Anderson Porish in, Carter Porish out. Now, so many repeating names. Both free throws good. As I said, 2 Porishes, 2 Elwines, Davis Chase, Chase Schuart. I could go on. On the baseline, Chol, and has the ball stripped away by Anderson, and he'll lose the ball out of bounds as time runs out. Into the third quarter, Huron 51, Washington 34. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports.
You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Experience delicious. Experience Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge. They specialize in steaks, burgers, seafood, and pasta. Ryan's Hangar can host your party in a private room and offer catering too. Open Monday through Friday 4 to 10, Saturday 4 to 11, and open for lunch every Thursday 11 to 2 and closed on Sunday. Ryan's Hangar Restaurant and Ace Lounge in the Crossroads in downtown Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
We head to the fourth quarter here on 51, Washington 34. Better shooting third quarter for Washington as they went 8 of 16 from the field. Huron was 7 of 14. Huron still getting to the free throw line much more than Washington. Huron with the ball to start the fourth quarter. Anderson Porish in left wing. There's the lob to Blake Elwine. Counted, he's fouled. Design play, they tried that, I believe, in the second quarter, and the pass was a little too high. This time Anderson delivered it on target, and Blake Elwine with a chance for the old-fashioned 3. Foul on Jace Woods as Huron goes back up by 19. 53-34. Free throw good for Elwine. And Blake up to 18 to lead all scorers. Huron up 20, early fourth quarter. Top of the key, Sprecher for 3, no good. Long rebound, tipped out, and Beitler able to come down with it. Beitler on the drive, gets outside. Baltzer, now Woods. Woods has Juergens on him, looking inside, come back cross court. Beitler on the left wing, now he wants to drive, goes up with the right-handed scoop. Elwine didn't even contest it, but Beitler thought he was there. And Huron with the board into the front court. Juergens on the left wing. Get it up top. Blake Elwine 3, too strong. Rebound, Beitler has it in the corner. Washington in the front court. Sprecher slips it back to Woods. Now top of the key, Baltzer. Baltzer will go in the middle. Knocked away. They get the ball up ahead. Juergens down the floor. And Baltzer, they give him the block on that. Same official that called all the touch fouls in the third quarter. Let that go. Okay. Washington, spin move into the paint. Sprecher has to kick it back out. Beitler. Beitler on the left side, Baltzer. Baltzer will back it out. Fake, go baseline Woods. Will bring it back out against Anderson Porish. Up top, it's Beitler. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Beitler Shovels it on the baseline. Looked like a travel. That was definitely a travel. Washington keeps possession. Woods jumper, no good. Scholl with the rebound. Tipped up. Saved in, right back to Washington on the floor. Finally picked up by Miles Elwine. That was a king-size travel underneath the basket. Up ahead, Anderson Porish in the front court. Cut by Juergens, and he's going to be fouled, and free throws coming up for Mason Juergens. Huron up 20 with 6:02 to go in the game. Foul is called on Beitler. That's his fourth. Beitler, a junior, but again, to me, he's been the spark for Washington here in the second half. When they had their little run there in the third quarter, Beitler was the man behind it. Juergens free throw, no good. Lefty senior will get one more. Ewing and Noah Woods back in for Washington as Beitler and Scholl come off the floor. Juergens' second free throw is no good. Missed them both. Offensive rebound, Anderson Porish. He'll shoot over Noah Woods. Again, no good. Davis Chase with the rebound. Third time the charm. Chase with the putback, and Huron will take a timeout. Huron with their biggest lead of the game, 56-34, 5:55 to go. Timeout 1 minute on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Oxy Floor Coating for garages, basements, and outdoor patios, as well as commercial and industrial spaces. Call 605-352-5776 to get a free estimate. Let the pros at Pro Clean Plus help you get a great-looking, durable surface with the epoxy flooring. Locally owned and operated, visit them at 201 Market Street East, or check out their website at procleanplus.net. Pro Clean Plus is a proud sponsor here on Tiger Sports.
At Car Chiropractic, we know sports injuries just don't sideline your game. They can sideline your life. Whether you're a weekend warrior, a competitive athlete, or just love staying active, getting back to your best is what we do best. Our team of experts will work with you one-on-one to develop a rehab plan that's as unique as you are. Don't let an injury keep you from doing what you love. Call Car Chiropractic today at 605-352-5264 or visit carchiropractic.com.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
Back at the Huron Arena, 5:55 to go here in our boys' game. Huron with their biggest lead at 56-34. Huron took the timeout there. Ewing into the front court for the Washington Warriors. Left side, Jace Woods goes baseline, kicks back out. Nice cut to Noah Woods for the layup. Woods to Woods. Noah with his second bucket. Lead back at 20. Miles Elwine pushes into the front court, sets it up. Juergens, now Blake Elwine. Anderson Porish on the baseline. Tries to square up there on Ewing and goes with the finger roll for two. Anderson Porish has 8, 2 points in each quarter. And the lead back at 22 for Huron with 5:20 to go. Blake Elwine went for a steal, then ran into Sprecher with no whistle. Noah Woods' baseline jumper is good. Again, Blake Elwine, yeah, he should have got a foul there, but all of a sudden we aren't seeming to call anything. 58-38, the lead back at 20 for Huron with 5 minutes to go in the game. Miles Elwine, nice catch with one hand, gives to Blake on the left wing. Blake looks inside, now goes baseline, Davis Chase. Chase, left side, it's Juergens. Juergens goes baseline, jumpers, 15-footer for Porish, no good. Rebound weak side by Sprecher. Baltzer pushes into the front court for Washington. Jace Woods thought about the three. He wants to drive on Davis Chase. Shoots over Davis, no good, and a late whistle and a foul. And again, looks like very little contact into that same official that's calling all these touch fouls. And Chase picks up his third. I'm just going, they call that, but didn't call when Blake Elwine about ran over a guy. First free throw is good for Jace Woods. He's got 7 all here in the second half. Washington comes in with a couple of fresh bodies. Kute back in for the Warriors. Jace Woods, second free throw good. Hit them both. 58-40, the lead cut to 18 with 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Anderson Portage into the front court. Washington stays man. Woods on Blake Elwine on the left wing. Blake wants to drive, leans in, counted, he's fouled. And a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play for Blake Elwine. And Huron has just exploited their height advantage here this entire ball game. Both ends of the field were, or both ends of the court were even Washington offense. Sometimes they're changing shots when they think somebody's there and they aren't. Free throw is good for Elwine. Blake, he's got 6 here in the fourth quarter and 21 for the ball game. That was the third foul on Jace Woods, by the way. Inside, there's a steal by Portage Carter, but then he lost it back to Ewing. Ewing will drive, go by Anderson Portage and put it up short. Long pass up ahead to Blake Elwine. He'll go cross court. Anderson Portage feeds in, no good. A lot of contact there with no call. And up the floor, and we call a blocking call on Oakley Anderson. We're having kind of some selective calls here, it looks like to me. Not that I'm complaining or anything, because I never do. Inside of 4 minutes to go in the game, 61-40 Huron. Tigers have led this entire game. Sprecher back in for the Warriors as Noah Woods comes off. Ewing will get Washington into the offense. Bounce pass Coute on the right side. He'll pull the trigger on 3. Got it. Coute picks up his first bucket of the second half. He has 7. 61-43. Huron's lead at 18. Carter Portage into the front court. Ewing stays with him. There's a slap. You better call that with everything else has been called. Ewing will pick up his second. And that will put Huron to the free throw line. Well, no, that's the fourth team foul, excuse me. Chase Schuhart back in for Huron as Anderson Porage's afternoon of work might be over. 3:37 left in the contest. Elwine gets it into Carter Portage. Carter will back his way in, double team spin. Shot up, no good. Battle for the rebound, and on the rebound, they're going to call a foul on Carter Portage, evidently. Carter Portage picks up his fourth foul with 3.5 minutes to go. Davis Chase will come in for Carter. So Huron Tigers on the floor. Elwine times 2, Schuhart, Oakley Anderson, and Davis Chase. Ewing into the front court. He wants to drive on Schuhart. Gets by him. Goes scoop 2. Counted. He's fouled. Sam Ewing with the bucket. He leads Washington in scoring. He's now has 14 points, and he'll have get a chance here for the and one. James Schultz Jr. going to come in for the first time for Huron as he replaces Schuhart. Washington again within 16. Huron's been up by as many as 22 here in the fourth quarter. Right now it's at 16 with 3:22 to go in the game. And one free throw pending here for Sam Ewing. In and out, no good. Washington has struggled from the free throw line today. Rebound, Blake Elwine, get it up to Schultz Jr. Jimmy comes left side. Davis Chase outside. Cross court, Oakley Anderson, low post. There's Blake Elwine again. Reverse layup and the stuff for Blake Elwine. He spun around Jace Woods and stuffed it down. Huron back up 18. First dunk of the game for Huron. And there's another touch foul on Oakley Anderson. My goodness. Oakley Anderson with his first. Both teams are in the bonus the rest of the way. Coute will shoot 2. First one is in and out, no good for Washington. Again, Washington has not shot their free throws very well this afternoon. They're 1 of 6 in the first half. I guess they were 2 of 3 in the third quarter. 2 of 5 here, though, in the fourth quarter. 2 of 6 as Coute, or 2 of 5 as Coute misses them both. And are you kidding me? A technical foul on Budnagan from that same official. My goodness. Oh, my goodness is all I'm going to say. I can say more, but I won't. Coute will shoot the 2 technical free throws, and Washington will get it out of bounds. Free throw is good. Second free throw for Coute is good. Hit them both. 63-47. And Washington will get the ball out of bounds after the technical foul on Huron. So Washington a chance to cut the lead a little more with 2:48 to go. Baltzer into the front court. Has Sprecher at the top of the key. Sprecher against Elwine. Blake stays with him, and a foul on here. Boy, they're not even letting us play defense or anything. Blake Elwine picks up his second, and Washington will shoot two. And it'll be Sprecher with the free throws. He's scoreless in the game. Washington's crept within 16. Again, Huron led by 22 earlier in the quarter. And the free throw good, and this fourth quarter is really starting to drag with all the whistles we're getting. Some necessary, and in my opinion, some not. Washington brings Noah Woods back into the game along with Josiah Nisimwe. One more shot for Sprecher. Missed it. Rebound. Ricochets out to Blake Elwine. 2:37 to go. Washington back within 15. Drive by Elwine to the basket. Counted. He's fouled as he took Jace Woods right to the rim, and Blake will have a chance again for the old-fashioned three-point play. And that is foul number 5 on Noah Woods. I thought it was Jace Woods. It was actually Noah Woods will foul out of the game, having scored 6 points in 2.5 minutes to go in the game. Free throw for Blake Elwine is good. Blake now up to 26 points. And it's 66-48. Huron back up by 18. Beitler can't get the shot off. Nisimwe tries to shoot over Schultz. Now throw back to Beitler. Beitler against Chase. Leans in, puts up a wild shot and banked it in over Davis Chase. Of course, Davis was probably afraid to even go up and try to block it because he'd probably get a whistle. Blake Elwine goes back door to Chase. Reverse layup too strong. Rebound Washington inside of 2 minutes to go in the game. Beitler into the front court. Floater in traffic. No good. Blake Elwine has the board. Blake will slow it up and walk it up here with 1:48 to go in the game. Here on up 16. Washington looks like they're going to start to bring some other guys into the game, and Huron probably do the same. Blake Elwine gets pushed as he was trying to fire it into Davis Chase. I think Davis thought he was going to get a dunk. Instead, Blake Elwine will go to the line for two. 2 free throws for Blake Elwine, and his afternoon will be done if he makes the second one, as Huron's going to come in with a fresh 5, and Washington going to come in with 4. Elwine with the free throw. Oh, these middle schoolers, what is it with 67? We just got to 67, and the middle schoolers just screamed like we won a state tournament. I don't understand that. I still don't understand that 6-7 thing. Elwine, free throw is good, and we go to 68, thankfully, and Blake Elwine's afternoon is done. So Huron Tigers on the floor. Nolan Staley, Tommy Martin, James Schultz Jr., Josh Gilbert, and Bryson North. Nisimwe will stay on the floor, and I think we have 4 new guys in there for Washington. Nisimwe goes back door inside, the ball deflected. And again, they don't let Huron play defense, and they call foul underneath. And free throws coming up for Matthew Melton Jr. for Washington. Schultz will pick up the foul, his first. And 2 free throws here for Melton. First free throw is no good. He'll get one more. One more shot for Melton, no good, missed them both, and Bryson North has the board for Huron. Josh Gilbert, the 9th grader in the front court, comes right side to Staley. Staley, oh, they had Tommy Martin open underneath, couldn't get it to him. Now Gilbert again. There's Martin on the baseline. Couple of dribbles, little turnaround in traffic, no good. Rebound underneath for Sioux Falls, Washington. Into the front court, the Warriors. Stop a corner of the lane. That is Desmond Wilka. Drive to the hoop, and the layup is good for Washington. Robert Frank on the score sheet as he gets a bucket. 68-52 Huron. Huron has led the entire ball game. Schultz Jr. gives back to Martin. Now North on the right wing. Low post, and Staley let it go off his hands out of bounds. The ball will turn back over to Washington. Washington probably going to be their last possession of the game. A little shot blocked by Bryson North, I believe. Washington maintains control. They'll go in low post to Milton. His shot up, blocked by Staley. Gibbs down with it again, tries to shovel it out. Washington comes back out with 7 seconds to go. They'll try to score one last time. Wilka, a little fade away from the free throw line, no good. And the rebound North, and that will end the ball game. Huron Tigers pick up their first win over Sioux Falls, Washington, I think in something like 11 or 12 years. The final, Huron 68, Washington 52. 2-minute timeout. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame is next. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports.
More than talent. They need leadership, positivity, and the power of Hereford beef. At Ravine Creek Ranch, the Bishoffs know raising Hereford cattle takes commitment and care, the same qualities that make great students and athletes. Lead by example, stay positive, and give it your all, on the field, on the court, and in the classroom. The Bishoffs at Ravine Creek Ranch are proud supporters of the Huron Tigers.
Godfather's Pizza of Huron offers dine-in, carry-out, or fast delivery every day of the week. For delivery or carry-out, give them a call at 352-6925. Not sure what to order from their delicious menu? Then dine in and try their famous Godfather's Buffet, featuring a variety of pizza slices, tasty chicken, and many salads and desserts to choose from. They're locally owned, so stop in and say hi to Derek and the rest of the pizza crew. They're located on 195 21st Street in Huron. Godfather's Pizza. Give them a call, 352-6925.
The Huron Eye Clinic is proud to sponsor the Huron Tigers. The doctors and staff at the Huron Eye Clinic are committed to providing quality service and products to their patients in Huron and surrounding areas. The Huron Eye Clinic offers comprehensive eye exams, contact lens exams, infant C screenings, LASIK consultations, ocular disease services, and pediatric eye care. Stop in at the office at 1288 Dakota Avenue South to make an appointment, or call the Huron Eye Clinic today at 605-352-4181.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of Huron High School sports and the Tiger postgame show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs, and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron.
The Huron Tiger post-game report on Tiger 95 is brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass. Here's the voice of the Tigers, Jeff Duffy.
Welcome back as we can start our Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game. We split today. There were no lead changes in either varsity game as Washington girls led the entire way. Huron boys led the entire way. And the games here this afternoon. First off, the girls game, Washington wins it 63-41, and Huron boys win by a score of 68-52. Let's do a Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. AA scores that we have. Some finals now. Girls finals, Watertown 44, Douglas 28, T-Area 49, Sturgis 31. Aberdeen defeated Yankton 76-51. Bismarck, North Dakota defeated Pierre 57-44. Looking at the boys' side, Yankton defeated Aberdeen 68-35. Bismarck 92, Pierre 56. They're at the half with T leading Sturgis 30-20. And that's what we have for updates for boys AA scores here this afternoon. So a sweep for the Tigers. The next Tiger broadcast is coming up on Thursday. Huron girls hosting Lennox. Not sure if and when the two schools have ever played in girls basketball. I know we used to play Lennox in boys basketball back in the 90s, but Lennox ranked number 2 in Class A. That's going to be a tough matchup for our Tiger girls. And a week from today, it's a doubleheader on the road to Harrisburg. I don't have the times in front of me, but we'll be on the air with that as well here on Tiger a week from today. Got the stats up here. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. We'll talk to Coach Bud and pick our Signature Plus player of the game as well. Right now, 2 minutes on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Home. I'm Jamie Olson, your local mortgage loan officer at American Bank and Trust in Huron. Whether it's a conventional loan with local servicing, VA, FHA, rural development, jumbo, or a home equity line of credit, I'm here to help you find the right fit. Let's make your home goals happen. Apply today at mortgagewithjamie.com or call 353-2818. American Bank and Trust, where your journey begins. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Wishbone Market is proud to be part of the Huron community and to cheer on area high school athletes all season long. At Wishbone, they believe in supporting local, which is why you'll find South Dakota favorites on their shelves, from wines and meats to hometown snacks. They have great in-store savings and new products with updates shared on their Facebook page. Follow them on Facebook and stop in today to shop local, save more, and enjoy the best from South Dakota at Wishbone Market.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Stop in for a free insurance review with Lane Anderson of Farmers Union Insurance. Auto, home, farm, life, and business. Become a satisfied policyholder with Farmers Union Insurance. Farmers Union Insurance, Lane Anderson, 1835 Arizona Avenue, Southwest in Huron.
Looking for personalized apparel such as t-shirts, hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, jackets? PB Sports, of course. How about signs, logos, and vinyl graphics at top? PB Sports, of course. Proud sponsor of the Tigers, PB Sports, downtown Huron.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
And welcome back to the Huron Arena. Continue our Gary Zell Autoglass post game. A split today where the Tiger girls fall to Washington. Tiger boys defeat Washington. You run down the stats here for the boys for Washington. Now 1-5 on the season, 1 in double figures. Sam Ewing had 14. 9 points for David Coute off the bench. 8 points apiece, Jace Woods and Brecken Beitler. 6 points for Noah Woods and a free throw for Benjamin Sprecher. For the Huron Tigers, now 5-1 on the season. 29 for Blake Elwine, 14 for Davis Chase. They were the two in double figures. Miles Elwine, Anderson Porish each had 8. 7 points for Carter Porish and 2 points for Mason Juergens. Shooting in the game, Sioux Falls, Washington, 21 of 53 from the field for 40%. 2 of 10 off the threes for 20%. Seemed like they shot more than 10 threes. And Washington struggled at the free throw line, and I mentioned that they were 8 of 20 for 40% from the free throw line. Huron Tigers, 50% shooting, 23 of 46 from the field. 1 of 5, just only shot 5 3-point shots. They were 1 of 5 for the game, but of course they're able to exploit the height advantage. Huron 21 of 26 from the free throw line. Blake Elwine was 10 of 10. Miles Elwine 3 of 3, and Davis Chase 4 of 4 from the line. Rebounding, Washington had 29 rebounds. Benjamin Sprecher had 7, 6 for Brecken Beitler. For Huron, 32 rebounds, 10 for Blake Elwine. So Blake again had a double-double with 28 points, 10 rebounds. Davis Chase had 14.7 rebounds. Carter Porish 7 points and 5 rebounds, and Anderson Porish had 6 points to go or 6 rebounds to go along with his 9 points as well. So a well-rounded effort with everybody contributing to the win here for the Huron Tigers this evening. See, the boys are coming out on the floor, so Coach Bud should be up here shortly. Let's do another Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Take a look at some of the other area scores. DeSmet defeated Wynot, Nebraska. That was at a classic in Madison, 71-59. Miller boys picked up a win over Bonham, 55-25. That was at the same classic in Madison, and the Miller girls also picked up a win at that Madison Classic as they defeated Bonham by a score of 41-24. And trying to see if I got any other local scores other teams are out there playing. Highmore Herald girls defeated Wessington Springs 36-30. So I just found that one. And Falkton defeated Woolsey Wessington in girls basketball 37-28. And that's your Seven Sons Heating and Air scoreboard update. Seven Sons Heating and Air located at 111 Dakota Avenue North. You can call them at 605-352-5316. Huron Tiger boys moved to 5-1 on the season. Huron girls with their loss, by the way, fell to 3-2. So still waiting for Coach Bud to come up here. I presume he'll be up here shortly as the boys are out on the floor visiting with the fans and the parents and that sort of thing. Huron boys are off for another week now. They won't play till a week from today at Harrisburg. There'll be a doubleheader again with the girls. Girls go Thursday, Saturday this week. Thursday, they have a lone game as they host Lennox here at the arena. 7 o'clock tip-off, 6:40 pregame here on the Tiger. Then, as I said, that doubleheader coming up on Saturday in Harrisburg. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and see if Coach Bud is making his way up here to the press box, and we'll get his comments and pick our Signature Plus player of the game, Jayla Schley, the winner for the girls. We'll have a choice for the boys as well coming up. First up, though, a 2-minute timeout, then back here to the arena. Gary Zell Auto Glass post game continues on Dakota Sports on Tiger.
Buying power to bring you the best nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
So, where do you want to go eat?
How about that new place, the 18th century theme restaurant?
No. How about that one place that has boiled?
No way. Well, you want a juicy burger and ice cream, and I want delicious chicken strips. Dairy Queen!
Dairy Queen of Huron has something for everyone.
Plus, they have the famous DQ Blizzard. My favorite is the Oreo.
And they're open every day of the week for lunch, dinner, or an anytime snack. Dairy Queen of Huron, the place for
hot eats and cool treats.
Are your calves performing to their full potential? Does the ration provide everything they need? Let the experienced feed consultants at Dakota Land Feeds help you get the performance you want and the service you deserve. With the ability to balance rations for every stage of a calf's life, the feed consultants provide valuable information to support your operation. They strive to provide best-in-class service and knowledge you can count on. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed supplier. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
Dakota Sports KIJV, 1340 AM and 95.3 FM.
And we're back here at the arena. Gary Zell Auto Glass post game continues, and we visit with Huron Tiger coach Tim Budnagan. The Tigers lead this one wire to wire and defeat the Warriors of Washington 68-52. And Coach, it sounds like pretty much a game plan. I think it was what you kind of envisioned against Sioux Falls Christian, but we got out of it. But we exploited our size on both ends of the floor. Defensively, they were sometimes shooting shots over goals just because of our length. We only shot 5 threes for the game, and we just found the point blank shots for most of the afternoon.
Yeah, we're getting to where we want to be. We want to be able to slam the ball inside. We want to be able to take advantage of matchups. And then if they double team us, Mason, Juergens cut really nice to the basket, got a couple of layups like that. When we skipped in, Miles hits a 3. So we can start doing different things if we keep slamming the ball inside. And then they went to a 2-3 zone. We ran Duke, and then we got an easy layup, and then they got out of that right away as well. So we got to continue to use our bigs to our advantage because obviously that is going to be the key to our success. And then once we go inside, kick it back out, now we got to be ready to shoot it.
And one other difference, too, here, at least when we saw the first couple of games, 21 of 26 on free throws. Now Blake goes 10 of 10, but also Miles, I think, was 3 of 3. Yep. Davis was 4 of 4. And that was something, one game does not make a season make on that because you and I are both terrible free throw shooters. But that's a good step here in the right direction because, if we can go inside, there's going to be fouls.
Yeah, there are. And then, like you said, we got to get to the free throw line. We kind of changed up our free throw routine. Right now, we don't shoot more than 2 in a row because you're not going to do it in the game anyway, and you're not going to shoot consistently or consecutively for 5 minutes at the free throw line. So we've kind of switched some things up, put more pressure on them. Hey, I got to get to the free throw line. I got to make the 2. Then we can get back to practice. So we kind of changed it up that way so we can concentrate. I thought defensively we were really good the first half. And then the second half we kind of got caught watching the ball, and they would back cut us. So we got some things to clean up on Monday. But you know what? We've lost to. We're 0-8 for against them. Now we're 1-0, so that's a good streak to end.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And to me, if I remember right, I think it would have been the 2013 team was the last time we beat them when Adam Zwanziger was a senior. And Washington, whoever, is good to get a win over a Sioux Falls school.
Yeah, we're 2-1 against them now. So, we beat Team, we beat Washington, lost to Christian. So, hopefully we can go down to Harrisburg. That's a big game for us because that's an ESD game. Keeps us in the ESD lead, I guess, if we can win that one. But you know what? They spread it, they shoot it, they're well coached. Coach Langrock does a great job with them. So we're gonna know we're gonna be battle tested there as well. But we got to play against different styles and be able to defend our rim no matter who we play.
And our Signature Plus player of the game, we do go with Anderson Porage, his second game back, and I think it was, 9 points, 6 rebounds, and maybe got him a few extra minutes than what he would like to just because we did have the foul trouble. But, again, he doesn't look any worse for the wear right now out there.
Right now he looks good, and we just got to make sure we save him from himself because he's a hard worker, and he wants to continually push the envelope. So we got to make sure that we slow him down in practice, give him maybe every other rep or every third rep so that we rotate him in. He gets well rested. Hopefully by I would say beginning of February, he'll be ready to roll for 32 minutes if we need him. So I think he's done a great job of getting himself back. And then Ty is really close this week.
I saw he was dressed today.
Yep, this week we'll get him acclimated to practice a little bit more, get him up and down, and then who knows, he might be able to get some playing time on Saturday against Harrisburg because we got we're 3 games on the road the next 2 weeks, so we're going to need all hands available.
And just wrap it up with this. I thought the kids had a nice bounce back from Tuesday. And granted, Sioux Falls Christian, a very good team, but we felt like we left something out there on the Corn Palace floor, and it was nice. It wasn't the fastest start in the world, but on the other hand, Washington just couldn't get anything going against us defensively. It was nice to see the boys bounce back, say, okay, we know who we are, we know we can do this.
Right, yeah, because that your confidence kind of wavers, and then all of a sudden one loss turns to two turns to three. Basketball is a funny game like that, so it was really good that we bounced back and we established, hey, this is who we are. We're going to be one of the better teams in the state, and we got to continue to grow and continue to improve. And then who knows? Hopefully, we get a good stack 16 game here, and hopefully we can get to that state tournament. That's what we're working for. We're working to be our best version of ourselves come February.
Tim Budnagan, head coach of the Huron Tigers, as the Tigers win here to the boys game this afternoon, 68-52 to move to 4-1 on the season. 5-1, excuse me. We'll take a timeout of 2 minutes, wrap it up here from the arena on Dakota Sports.
Recreation in Huron is your ultimate destination for fun and fitness. Challenge yourself and get fit with a fitness class that fits your schedule. The Nordby Center offers water classes, weight and cardio classes, bicycle spin classes, and more. Group fitness classes are led by the Nordby Center's expert instructors. Sign up for a fitness class today. The Nordby Center for Recreation, where the fun never ends.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You changed thousands of diapers, cut up hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck, duck, goose, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.